Yo, what is up, Vibers? We are out here for Friday night scrims. Let's freaking go. Top NA talent battling it out on the breach. And some pretty spicy looking teams showing up today. And word on the street is nothing confirmed yet, but we have potentially some really cool tournament events lining up with a couple weeks leading up to 2.0 and then some stuff hitting when 2.0 does hit in about a month. So I think some players probably be a little more interested in scrimming when that stuff gets officially announced, something to actually kind of train and play for. And I have heard potentially significant cash prizes going to be in play from this one. But anyways, that's just like a little teaser for you on stuff that is cooking behind the scenes. Really excited to see sort of how that ends up playing out. But going into game one here, we got east to west normal plane drop, armors down in Cold Fang. Pretty kind of spread start right off the bat. Yo, Road Pizza, Squaw, let's go. Wait, is Squaw out here? Let's go. Dylan, Gora, and friggin' right into it with Lemur here, both dropping right kind of nearby this forage. Multiple teams making their way down to the gold armor and catacombs, just chunking Lemur here. Literal one shot. They try to find that last hit on him. Somehow Lemur able to live full heat, almost burning from his glider there. So Phenom makes his way through, already has level 3, looking to probably 1v3 these 3 level 1s. He's going to run into 10 who have their level 2s and 3s with a bit of an angle, but Hay is here as well. Krillo, Ghosts all around on the level 4 here. We do see knock onto Lemur, Dylan running him down, getting that final kill. Meanwhile, 10 and Hay over to the right fighting as well. Nice stun onto the Dictator here, trying to get his way out on the Saros, but with that shift down, going to be cooked. Krillo and Misfit securing that one for Hay, sort of furthering their level advantage. We still have multiple level 3s over here for the side of Squaw. They have a little bit of an angle here. Maybe have Misfit and Krillo isolated, but Misfit finds another one, taking out RTK on the back line. So 10 almost completely out of the picture here. We still have 3 teams in a very close posture for Cold Fang. Actually, very kind of spicy fight. Phenom still around on the south on the Ghost, looking to snipe some golds out of the chest. He doesn't have one yet, but Lods has one. Now Hay and Squaw fighting for dominance over Cold Fang. It's a 1-for-1. Goroy and Krillo are down. We have a Wisp Stomp and a Res, going to give Hay advantage for Squaw out of there, but really well fought by Squaw. Got to be careful though, because TLD now fully recovered. They have the recall. Lemur a bit behind on levels, but Lods and Phenom online with at least their abilities. They do have that gold armor. Arg has one as well. Looks like they're going to get one member isolated out here, so Misfit is going to go down on the Shiv, and I think, you know, that was definitely fightable for Hay. I don't think they quite had the angle, and I think when TLD rolled up from the south, they already had cooldowns. Kind of disadvantage there from the fight they had just turned around from. So after a crazy Cold Fang battle, bro, TLD, our goats, one of the top squads of all time in SUPERVIVE, finally secure Cold Fang, but it was not easy to get here. But it is going to result in the full gold armor stack. And this is TLD +1, so Lods subbing in today. This is actually a powerhouse squad with Lods on the brawl. Going to be very scary here for the rest of this lobby. Speaking of scary teams, wait, there's no BAP. Just kidding. I was gonna say BAP always scary. I legitimately think this is the first scrim block I've ever casted where BAP couldn't play for one reason or another. They are almost always scrimming. Part of the reason why they are such a top team and always so dominant out here, but they had stuff going on today. Apparently they are not out here, so actually going to be very up in the air who's kind of controlling the lobby. TLD definitely going to have a shot out of here. Both these teams looking very strong as well, kind of re-looking at each other after that Cold Fang fight. Now up in Wellsprings, big damage out. Goroy, huge orb on the Misfit, traded though by Krillo, taking out Friggin. Now in the 2v2, big slam from Arik, but he's getting so chipped from Dylan here, looking for the laser a little wide. Krillo looking to trade back on the Ghost here, is going to shift out. Did get a relic buy through, so we do see one relic each on the side of Hay, or I mean relic pickup now from mob bosses. Not necessarily exactly what they want. 3 teams looking at each other around mana coils. We got Coyote, Dylan, and his birds in a Radinus. So we're up to 3 Dylans in scrims now, guys. Let's try to keep track of who's who. TLD showing up with their Cold Fang advantage. I think no see that, and they say no way. taking their way out. Remember 10 kind of losing the Cold Fang battle. Meanwhile, fighting, re-erupting up here. Squaw been in constant violence since the game began. Now they're going to run into BDE. Stealth Ninja over the top, has the slam, has the ulti, still charged up here. Going to shift out with the wildfire drive. Other two teammates are able to follow up, get the kill onto the Ghost. Now Friggin under pressure. Game over. Big rockets hitting hard. Golroy trying to trade with Sauce, but Sauce a little too much damage from those direct carbine shots. And BDE have a really nice fight there. Meanwhile, action ensuing over the Abyssal Hatchling. In Prisma here. GCF. Didn't see. Yeah, it looks like they did get it. Ultimate's online for 2 members. Looking to finish off Jo here on the Tetra. Nice connection. Azrath looking to chase with the Brawl. Brawl v Brawl action. Tethers traded. Jetski surely going to find his way out of there. Fighting to the north. WTF, my boys getting the kill through. In it with 10. 10 kind of on the back foot since the game started. They had a couple good, I think, kills in Cold Fang, but have been trying to basically recover since then. Cannot find a spot. One of the most brutal things, especially in a lobby like this, is if you get pushed out of the zone where you drop and you're trying to find another zone and they're already farmed out, results in you just having to kind of scrap your way, as we can see here. Still level 8, trying to find that level 9 on day 2 while all these other squads look for it as well. WTF, my boys, flowing immense. Pairing up with Jay the Yggdrasil. Let's go. This is actually a hype squad to watch today. WTF showing back up in scrims. Love to see it. I know both Flow and Immense have been talking about wanting to scrim more consistently. And those are the boys I've played with a couple times. Very fun players to play with. So 10 now finding a little bit of space. They found a little bit of ground to hold here, trying to crack this vault, get some armors online for RTK and the Dictator. This definitely, alongside BAP, 10 very consistently one of our top squads showing up in these lobbies, in scrims. WTF know they're here, looking to set up the bush ambush. I don't know if 10 have the intel that they're here. They saw them move earlier. Gonna be coming out of storm. Fire is down, so they have that vision line, but no vision on them in bush, and the Shrike Bird goes wide. So if they wander north here, they have basically think they're completely kind of free here. Very sketchy. The patience play. We do see level disadvantage for Jay here, still on the 7. So WTF don't want to wait this too long, but if they get the kills, that's going to put them 9+. And it looks like 10 not kind of taking the bait to the north. They make their way out. WTF probably makes a move here. We'll have to see if they spin around. Sorry, Pizza. It happened. They were fighting good. Squad was having some good fights before that. BDE, when BDE kind of caught him with the ultis, I think. Now trying to do the same to Areg. Shifting his way up north, but Stealth Ninja a little wide on the Primal Slam, looking to trade the grab as well. Areg just trying to get the hell out of there for Hay. I think he does have Krillo left split to the south, so some stuff to play for here. We do see Ban trying to chase the Ghost. Meanwhile, ERM and No looking at each other. Top of Wellsprings here. It's weird to me that relic shops are no longer a point of contention. And I feel like it was cool to have that, but it was a little overbearing, somewhere in the middle of where it was and where it is now. I do know they are looking at adding more, not only more quantity, but more compelling objectives to play over. So that's very exciting. Meanwhile, fight ensuing here. Ban looking for the third party. No is fighting pretty well, but they are getting chunked. Dylan is going to go down. ERM finding that connection onto the Kingpin. Mike Munch just looking to trade, keep some space for his team, knows he can get out, but not if he's grounded. Beautiful follow-up with the Abyssal Breaker. Ban, catch the bunny out with the broken legs. This is a hype squad to watch too. Protofo Glass and AJ I'm not super familiar with. I've seen them play a couple times, but I know these two very well, and they really enjoy playing together, and they just out here having a good time all the time. Really fun to watch them. Tonk in for Protofo, looking for that big, oh, nice Tetra Wall. Coming in from Berserker there, gonna stop the Tonk. Avoid the stun. Actually, really kind of heads up play there. Handing down to WTF. We saw them looking for the bush plate now. Flow is down. 3 members of of GCF on Immense here, trying to wall his way out. Nice punch. Gets a little bit of space, but it looks like kind of got hung up himself. Is gonna go down. Jay still alive on the Krista. Is gonna just ego this res Bungie out. Has the space to do it. Really well played from Jay. We'll come back over here as we check out BDE and Ban duking it out over Wellspring again. BDE kind of controlling his space, but Sauce is down. Glass finding the knock on the Ghost here. Now game over. And Stealth Ninja on the retreat, but they're going to run right into ERM. See Coyote for no on the south as well. So 4 squads showing up. Game over is going to go down. ERM finding a pick as well. So 1 for Ban, 1 for ERM, stacking those kill points. Meanwhile, right to the north, TLD continuing their dominance after the Cold Fang start. Stealth Ninja, last member left for BDE now, is going to maybe be able to squeeze his way out of here with so many squads in play. Wellspring, a great place to do it with these guys. We see him take that one up and over in the skybox. Avoiding the laser for AJ is going to trade a bit of damage, and you got to be careful over committing on the chase here, knowing there's so many other squads nearby. Works out perfectly for Stealth Ninja on the Kingpin. Going to have plenty of space. Look for maybe a Edge of Storm res or maybe this one. It's going to be very tight. Look at how many teams left on the map, bro. Actually going to be no space left to work with very soon here. Jetski trying to do the same thing. Just live on the brawl here. Beautiful use of the Z-axis freeze with the ulti, but it's not going to be enough. WTF find the spike over the top with Hate on the right as well. Going to be nowhere for those Pro members to go. And just like that, Pro is out. Hoy gets caught as well on the retreat. Saw him kind of split off from that fight. Down to 9 squads here, but still very crowded. 2 members from No Down. ERM continuing the onslaught. We've seen these guys get quite a few little picks here and there. Now looking for the full 3-man squad wipe. Aradaneth, last member left. Beautiful Q1 to the Q2. Almost gets Madly. Aradaneth going off on the Jhin. Beautiful momentum cancel from the Q1 there. Looking for the dunk return on the Micah. Heads up E-Plat here. The duel of Bunny versus Ninja. Who is the Abyss? Nice clone for Aradaneth. Got to be careful here with BDE on the right. Looking for another dunk. Micah going to shift it. Madly in as well, looking to back up. Very sketchy situation for the Jhin. Continuing to play Abyss, but has no kind of land to retreat to with 2 squads on each side, with ERM being the third, kind of hunting him down. Looking for the dagger combo onto Madly. Going to go slightly wide. Meanwhile, Team Fight is going to knock out GCF. Finally gets taken out there, so No Down as well. 2 squads wiped back to back. AJ entering with Abyssal Breaker. Orb is out. Looking for the B-bomb. Misfit chunked, getting a quick reset. Hey, looking to continue to hold this kind of center position. We see multiple squads closing in. Crown for WTF to the north with 2 members. Van continuing to push to the right. It's going to put ERM now in a rough spot. Madly gets a combo. 1 more hit onto Sauce. He gets the shift. Beautiful. Little health reset here. Has some space to work with. Trying to pot. Still last member left, though. Ban knows it. Huge amount of pressure out. Whoa. Something cancels him out of the Jewel ulti. I actually don't know what happened there. He gets like grounded out of it. I didn't quite see. Unfortunate for Madly, though. Maybe had an angle to live, but in the end, not going to be able to. But that's going to be more kills on the side of Ban. Ban kind of working their way up here with the kill points. Taking a look at Jay for WTF, has the crown. A lot of situations where last members just pinched between multiple squads over this Abyss. Beautiful work on the shifting. Glad good to get game over. He gets it. Huge for Jay. WTF is back. Flow in with the primal slam. They get 1 on the glass. It's massive for WTF. Now fighting in the 2v3, but they need a health reset. No armor for Flow or Immense. Immense at like 20% HP. They are going to not be able to push in time to get the res. Jay looking to do something about it, though. Another shift in. Wants to find that Q on the glass. Flow looking for another slam. Beautiful. I don't know what knocked him back. I think Bebo Bat from Protofo pushes Flow off of the primal slam, and it might be exactly what they needed to ruin WTF's dreams here. Holy, what a spicy fight. Meanwhile, TLD looking to finish off 10 after their initial battle down in Cold Fang at the very beginning of the game, and they are going to do it. So one of our top squads out of the lobby as well, as TLD continue looking extremely strong from that Cold Fang start. Looking at our builds here, and this kind of gold, like they probably have full inventory and plenty of gold to restock with supplies. Yo, what's up? How do I say your name? 12th? Is that right? Love a good crown, yes, absolutely. Beautiful napalm coming out. Huge damage into TLD. It's going to force the Oath out of there. Van continuing to show a big Protofo. Has the Tonk with the Oath loaded in the back. They're going to catch Phenom. Glass is going to follow up. Huge nade. They're going to get it. The Ghost is down. Instant res from Lemur. Look at how fast with the Q and the GA that res comes up on Phenom. It's like 2 seconds. And the Wisp is back up. Really heads up play from Lemur there to pick Phenom up after what was a beautiful kind of engage pick coming out of Ban. Continuing to look very strong here. Meanwhile, Aura gets a grab, so Phenom's going to go down again. Ghost's getting picked on out here. Everyone wanting to punish these Ghost abusers. It's funny, I've been playing Ghost for a bit now, and all of a sudden I'm in the Ghost abuser camp. It didn't used to be abuse, but now now that everyone's weaker, nothing's happened to him, but everyone's like a little weaker. He's like really strong. So now I'm abusing Ghost because he's my favorite. You see, that was a beautiful bungee cancel right there from Lemur. You saw he waits for the second shot. As soon as the impulse is going to pull, he shifts to cancel the impulse. It's exactly how you want to try to outplay bungee. Right there, it's going to make his way out, be able to protect the crown in play, try to get Phenom back. It is Lods on the brawl. That crown, they're just going to go ahead and start Amorius because they see everyone fighting up here. Beautiful avalanche is going to catch Flow out. Hey, kind of farming kill points this game, actually. Arg looking for another grapple. Lemur bright shielding it this time. Has the counter grapple tech. And with that Abyssal Breaker, they're going to find Immense kind of split out from the rest of WTF after Flow gets picked. It's just going to be Jay. Finds the crown angle here. Looking for an isolation onto Lods, though. Lods' crown has already proc, so Phenom is back, but now Lods in the middle of 3. Jay still looking to snipe this kill. Going for a second crown. So close to sniping it with the Krista ult there. And Ban is mad about it. They want to kill this Krista with the crown. Hay has something to say about it, though. They work their way in from the left. Big chip damage out. Krilla looking to finish off AJ on the Oath, so support is down. No more Bright Shield to protect this Bebo and this Ghost. But they are still going to be okay with 2 members and the full gold armors. With kind of other teams in tatters and TLD and Hay a little busy looking at each other here. They might have the space they need. TLD kind of looking to find a fire to play around, especially with that. I mean, it's a little less useful this phase in the game, especially with crowns and stuff. But UAV is still useful. They're going to look to pack this up, move it, play off of that fire vision into this inner circle, I expect. Meanwhile, Jay, 30 seconds on crown. Thunderbolt Battlegum Krista in the bush. TLD looking for her. No way they don't check this bush. They see him on the map. That's crazy. Jay the ninja literally just stands there. Maybe like a mini map bug. But they just run right by crown because they see Ban. Ban about to get pinched in the middle of TLD, and Hay grab slightly wide for Areg there, but still taking so much pressure. Protofo sees it, gonna look for the Tonk angle out. He only takes 1 though, so Glass left in the pinch is gonna get taken out, but potentially saving the team there. AJ and Protofo out, and beautiful crown timing after the ninja play from Jay. Gonna bring back WTF a second time. So with still 4 squads left, now with 3 members, they definitely have a shot. It's certainly going to be a hill for climbers against this TLD Hay squad. Both looking quite strong. They're going to catch Ban maybe in the middle. WTF down from the north. Beautiful grab coming in from below. Can he follow up with the slam? It is going to connect. Bebo is down. So it's just going to be AJ left for Ban. TLD looking to punish the cooldown disadvantage of WTF here after they get that combo. And AJ just trying to cause some havoc, trying to just exist as the last member for Ban. Finally going to go down. Beautiful plays from Ben, but the Abyssal Breaker from Lemur going to catch 2 in the stun from WTF again. TLD just looking dominant. It's Jay, last member left alive, but this time Hay is ready across the wall. No 3rd crown for the Krista, although beautiful attempts from WTF to hang in it. They are going to wiggle their way up to 3rd against Hay and TLD, who definitely kind of had armor power disadvantage coming into this final circle. Now we are left with the 2 Titans. Level 15s across the board. Red armor evolved on Krillo. Golds on everyone else. Pretty much at full for the most part. See a bunch of thermal suits in play. For the side of TLD, going to be very advantageous playing this lava angle. I definitely know some players that think thermal suit is the best perk in the game. Oh, beautiful shift predict grab onto Phenom. Catches him again. Areg on fire. Misfit looking to follow up. Is going to connect. Cancels the auto res. Lemur really looking to play for this Wisp. Trying to do everything he can to get Phenom back. He just forces it. Lemur just freaking stands there with the GA, with the Bright Shield, with the Q. Brings Phenom back despite everything Hayes trying to do to stop it. So they find Lods this time. Lods trying to fight off on the south. Gets caught over Abyss there. Is going to go down. So a beautiful play from Lemur, trying to go for another hero res here. Crown and Beacon in play. Just going turbo on the Oath. He gets another res, the third insanely contested res for Lemur this game. Actually just working the miracles on the Oath, but Misfit finds the Fusillade. They take out Phenom for like a 5th time. Really just trying to finish off this squad. Reg says, no way, but it doesn't matter. He gets to grab. The Wisp press is too fast. The Lemur GA is going crazy. I actually can't believe it. Like, Hay is fighting out of their minds, but it doesn't matter against this Lemur Oath. Just like unstoppable with this GA. They cannot keep a single member of TLD down. When they finally got one, Lemur just instant mobile beacons and pushes everyone off of it. It's going to leave him in a situation where it's just Krillo left against all 3. He's going to do his best, but it's not enough against TLD and the immovable object of Lemur. What the heck? That was crazy, bro. Oh, Oath is meta again, guys. It just happened. We just witnessed Oath becoming full meta again. GG. Oh my god. 12's also a fan of Thermal Suit. I am also a big fan of Thermal Suit. Like the fact that I think it's like kind of a crazy perk because it does water too. So it just makes all the terrain way easier to play around. Yeah. That was crazy. Unless I'm playing Void. Yeah, good call. Void's not a fan of the thermal suit, truly. I literally can't believe how many reses Lemur just forced in the face of everyone that was trying to stop him. That was wild. It's his Q combined with the GA, I think. It's just like they're resing in like a second and a half. We saw Areg try to grab the Wisp at the end, and Phenom like rezzed mid grab, and so it like dropped him out of the grab. So he didn't even get like pulled all the way back to Areg, if I remember it right. That was wild. Madly says, somebody tell me where you're dropping. I'm coming for you. Dude, I love seeing Madly in scrims. More of like a solo queue legend player. But has been like starting his own little like what would you call it? Like more like casual like intro to scrims lobbies where he's looking to start like an entry level scrims kind of lobby, like more kind of a little more for fun, a little more for just like kind of figuring out how to get to this level, and like for people that are maybe at that, you know, like masters GM level that haven't really forayed into competitive yet, more of like a lobby where, you know, they can have a lot more kind of fun and learning playing against each other before coming up against, you know, the likes of 10, BAP, TLD, these guys that have been playing competitive SUPERVIVE for quite a while now. And it's just like it's a completely different game when you're out here, the pacing and the tempo that these guys play at. And there's like, just like high level any game, there's like never a split second where they're not trying to like optimize what they're doing, and just makes it so like if you're not used to that kind of like pacing and tempo, you can literally get behind just by like pathing bad. Like it's crazy. But I had such a good time scrimming. It's like such a different game, man. It's really compelling. Hopefully Madly gets the same kind of bug. Yo, Flo, dude, that was I love casting you guys, bro. That was an epic couple crowns from Jay there. You guys almost scrapped your way back. TLD and Hay were like super strong at the end there. Level 15s, like full golds. It would have been an uphill battle either way.
You are the drop leader.
I love casting these, bro, so much. I don't think I could I really don't think I could cast another game. Like I was watching some Deadlock, I was like watching some other stuff, and like it's just not even close to the same. Deadlock is like kind of hard to watch, man. It's also hard as fuck to play. Yeah, Rapita, it is. It's like a gamer's game because you got to be a Counter-Strike player and a League player and like a Call of Duty schmovement, FPS schmovement monster. It's like fun. I played a couple of games. It's fun. And I think like I really like the depth of it, but it definitely is like a gamer's game. Like you got to be, if you've never played like a intense FPS and if you've never played a MOBA, it's would be hard to follow. But if you have played those things and you're looking for a deep game, I think it could be really compelling, but not really my vibe. My vibe probably. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up my. All right, baby, into game 2. Let's freaking go. Gold armors in Dawn caps. 3 teams contesting up to the north here. We do see a fight at heart as well. TLD dropping for, assuming some kind of hatchling around here. Where are these guys headed? All right, let's take a look at the gold armor fight. Hey, dropping for the golds again. After a really close second place, they are going to run into Squaw up here for their second gold drop. Looks like one team was forced out already, so SQB, who we haven't seen yet, split off to the left. Lemur is going to find a pick onto Stealth Ninja in that battle over Prisma. We see the rest of BD already split. Team's kind of splitting up a little bit here. Squaw having advantage on the chest spacing, though, so trying to snipe some golds. They do get 2. They get this camp. They are going to have the level 3 to fight this. We do see a couple levels on the side of Hay, though. Is going to be armor advantage for Squaw. Might be a pretty even fight here. Krilla looking to get some chip damage onto Friggin. Is going to get that Void Shift up. Armor pop on 2 with the slow coming into play. Arg looking to maybe follow up, but Goroi trading shots from the high ground. Krilla looking to push up, force something on the Ghost. Just W key, shifts right into Goroi's face. Goroi going to be forced to shift backward here. Much longer cooldown than the Ghost shift. So trade definitely in. Ghost advantage. Map still pretty split for the most part. So we continue kind of watching this fight. I think Squad might want to call this off, get out with their golds. SQB is back. They have the level 6 now. Looking to snipe some golds for themselves. Hey, only got 1 gold on the side of Krillo. And they are going to be at level disadvantage. So with this Fire Vision, SQB, Notaburger, Asunders, and Hestia, really nice kind of look to come in from the side and steal these golds away. Is Hay going to call it off, or are they going to fight when this vault hack goes through? We'll see. Areg certainly going to want to find this grab. Guaranteed for the Kingpin. If he can get the angle here, going to look for Notaburger instead. With that grab missing, is going to call it off. And beautiful little macro move from SQB. Find themselves 2 golds. And victory over Dawn Caps. Let's go. Yo, CD, what's good, bro? Hope you're well. Who haven't we looked at? We saw ERM fight a little bit last time. We see SQB. Pro Jetski on the brawl here, playing with Jo and Hoy. I recognize Hoy from the Moonlit Training Grounds. So Jetski bringing in some new teammates here. Love to see it. Jetski wins the draft tournament with Lemur and Madley last weekend, and really fun to watch these guys. Seemed like that's some really cool team synergy. But if you never checked out the Jetski stream, he seems like a really chill dude. Really cool. It was really fun watching them play. TLD now looking at BDE. They have these level 7s day one. Big advantage here with the ultimates. They are going to catch game over. Caught out here. Trying to play the rings. Doing a decent job feathering, but is going to go down in the end. Nowhere to go. ERM and GCF. Taking a peek. You see a couple relics online for the side of ERM, but same for GCF. I think 3 on each side. Remember, day one, you cannot buy relics anymore. So these are coming from like the little biome bosses. When you clear a zone, they will drop some random relic usually these days. 10 have a couple level 7s of their own. Rolling into night 1 here with a gold armor on Tien. Tien rocking the brawl. Has been really scaling. We know Tien really well for the bishop. But has definitely been scaling on the brawl. And RTK on the Tetra, actually very interesting here. More Tetras in play. Speaking of Tetra, see Berserker throwing some fireballs out over here. As GCF and ERM continue to look at each other. Beautiful ground from Madly. Followed up with the over-the-top mega dunk from Berserker. Going to put Pact into a wisp. I love this team too. Azrath, Pact, and Webby. As they ride their way away. TLD finding a pick onto No. Dylan and his friends are down. Lemur, Abyssal Breaker, gets some spacing, but not going to connect. Grapple out for Tien. Pretty even fight here, kind of levels armor-wise. The levels from the boss are going to be secured by 10, though. TLD see it, calling off the battle. Phenom does have that Soul Stealer, not stacked, though. Not nearly the value it's going to get a little bit later in the game. If they can hold on to it here. 10 really looking to take it away from him. They certainly want this for themselves. Got to play this very smart here with this day 2 turnover. You see multiple members of 10 peeling out, looking for camps. TLD going to force the issue, take this space for themselves for sure, but they got to be a little wise to the fact that their camps are getting stolen on the right from ERM. So TLD, despite kind of claiming their territory with this high ground, not going to have many camps to play for. Maybe an angle south, nothing to the north, though, as GCF clearing the way to Heart. Up to the right of them, Squaw doing the same. Everyone very much trying to find their little space of land to go level 9, day 2. SQB making their way in from the Cold Fang start. Now a little behind with levels. Unfortunate of this pathing down from the north here during the day. If you can't get these night camps in Vanegrove, there's nothing there that spawns during the day. So as they make their way down, they're going to miss out on this day 2 camp turnover. And there's going to be nothing left with how many teams have been roaming around this area. So going to be a pretty tricky situation levels-wise to play this out for SQB. We saw a good macro move from them earlier. Can they follow it up with a second to keep themselves in it and play this gold advantage in their favor? We shall see. Meanwhile, No and WTF looking at each other. Nice pick coming in from WTF. We saw No already a bit on the run there. Aradanath going to go down on the Jhin. They did get Sans the Dog out on the Ghost. Looking for probably a deep train angle. Definitely going to be the play as there's, what, 6 squads coming into this inner circle, bro. Going to be so crowded, making their way in here. Engagement over this UAV. Popped on this fire. Squaw really fighting to get that Wisp secure. They are going to get it, and this is what we were talking about. SQB, they're getting people low, but they have that level disadvantage. If they were on equal level footing, friggin' very likely dead here. In the end, they are going to get caught with a third party from TLD. Beautiful angle. Nonaburger maybe finding a way out. Dylan has to be careful with the overchase here because TLD right on their flank. So they are going to go out, but Squaw might pay the ultimate price for it, as it's just going to be Dylan left, and he's surely going to go down to the full force of TLD here. So Phenom going to get that soul onto his Soul Stealer stack, gaining power for every kill. And that's the price of the committing to the fight like that. TLD find the beautiful third party, and instead of just one squad going out, it's the aggressor as well. Down to 10 here. Looking like it's going to be a Mana Coils final circle angle. Parents were in town, otherwise I probably would have gone to that. Dude, that would have been sweet to actually go there. Are you in the Chicago area? I thought that would have been really cool. I was hoping to see like pictures or something. I don't know if he posted like a picture anywhere. It would have been cool to see. He said they had it like up on the big screen.
The storm is closing.
No, under some pressure here from GCF. Sans the Dog. Dylan and his friends are down. Dylan and his friends is such a funny name. to cast. Radineth makes their way out. Wind rings over the fallen satellite. See ERM riding their way up on the train. Everyone kind of looking for this day 3 camps angle. Already 30 seconds in here. Do you see? Not much to fight here, though. That's like Mana Coils is really good. Wellsprings is really good. But beyond that, there's not many desert camps to kind of fight for. We see that reflected in the levels here. TLD pretty much the only ones that have their 11s, and Lemur's still 10. Risky recall from BDE there. It's going to go through barely. Ultimate burned for the side of TLD. Everyone kind of just trying to find their space here. ERM do have some levels as they make their way down from Northern Mana Coils. Beautiful nade from Phenom. Not going to be able to follow up because the teammates are not quite there yet. They do show up now. Abyssal Breaker is out, just trying to get Phenom some space. ERM looking for a reset before they re-engage. Ulti burned for the wall for Madly, though. Lods is going to follow the grapple. Or for Berserker, the Tetra wall burned. BDE looking for the Death Box revive. Slam coming through from Stealth Ninja. It's going to give him exactly the time he needed to get game over up. He instantly goes into the ulti punch. Really nice, actually, because he's able to execute that before he goes down again. But in the end, they're not quite able to get the pick onto Madly. Sauce is going to maybe get caught here with shift down. Micah Munch does get the finish, so ERM lock in 2. Stealth Ninja, last member left again. Reminiscent of last game for BDE. He's going to get this res repair, but TLD is right here, bro. Has to be... Yeah, he calls it off. Sees it, knows it. Already, they're too close, though. Maybe... Crown on the side of WTF here. It looks like Jay is down. TLD going to try to find the bunny. Bunny's legs a bit broken since last patch, but Micah Munch was on the bunny before, is on the bunny after. Never giving up the Aluna, trying to get the deep shift and feather their way out of there, but it's not going to be enough. GCF find a beautiful opportunity playing this Abyss ledge. Gonna get a full squad wipe up of that. Violence to the south, health bars low, Misfit going down, Fusillade in between 3 members of 2 other teams just trying to snipe some health back. Ban gonna get kind of caught here. GCF, another beautiful opportunity as they work their way down from the north. Got to be careful though. Bombing run gonna really screw Protofo there. Really unfortunate for the Bebo. The jump pad mega avalanche popped from Phenom. The avalanche goes so far too. Really nice sidestepping from GCF there to get the space they need to not get grounded, not get snowmanned. Rez coming in from Hay. They got Pro from the north. Ban coming in from the right. Tonk in from Protofo. Going to cancel that Rez for sure. Now Areg and Krillo both under pressure. Areg goes down. Krillo, last member left. TLD on the right. Hay has nowhere to go. So despite being second, vying for first in our last lobby, is going to get caught here between 3 squads. Go out at 8th. Now Ban sort of in the pinch. Boy, he shifts his way over. Wants to force him off of this E-plat. Protofo has plenty of land to play for with the ice. WTF and ERM in an engagement to the north above this Soulstorm. Madly up in the ult, looking to shift forward. He is going to go in. Flow, beautiful primal slam predict. Catches Madly out on that ulti. Micah Munch is going to bring the jewel back with the ulti of their own. So ERM up to full force still. It's going to force WTF out of there. So Immense is down, just working with 2. ERM under big pressure. Beautiful snipe from the Dictator, Dylan. Gonna find the knock on the Saros. And meanwhile, Flo gets another grab to the south. Procs the crown onto TN. Beautiful plays from WTF here. I think the 3rd crown proc we've seen from them in just 2 games. Phenom and TLD, hear the action. Beautiful. That is the beautifulest napalm. Just completely cuts off their exit. Kills one, gets Flo to literally no health, but he's working that Kingpin Vibe Infuser angle, trying to get away from Lods here. Knows he maybe can't cross Soulstorm. Jay finds a spike pick on the other side, taking out Phenom. This WTF squad's looking kind of cracked. Not like very scrappy, always keeping themselves in it. So Flo and Jay still alive. They reconnect. Meanwhile, it's going to leave 10 with just Dylan to the south. No shift on the Saros. GCF, see the angle. Azra there on top. He gets the dunk. 10 is gone at 7. Holy. Beautiful opportunities from GCF this game. That's the 3rd nice angle they've found on the kind of like movement to really catch a squad off guard. That one results in a squad elim of one of our top teams here. And after the action up to the north, looks like Jay did go down. Flo is going to be the last member left for WTF. Has ERM on the right, has one member of ban on the right, ERM on the left. Really trying to catch him out over Abyss. Flo just trying to feather in the bottom, but too many people shooting at him there. Has 3 on the right, 3 on the left, bombing run as well. So WTF, despite the scrappiness, is going to go out as 6th. And it's going to leave us with 5 squads, multiple squads poking at each other from the north. We got Pro to the south, just looking to play a little bit of time and space, maybe work their way in from this angle. But TLD kind of reading it, knows, look, they posture right around this Abyss edge, knows this is their only angle in. Saw the movement from Pro earlier. TLD, some of the best macro in the game. Meanwhile, 3-way fight to the north. Abyssal Breaker out for AJ. Madly has to ulti it. Defensive ult works his way out. Scary bombing run for Micah Munch. Gonna get out to the right as well. Ban assert their position up here on the northern side of our next shift. GCF wanting to contest though off of this E-plat. Azarath has the grapple, looking to maybe take it here. A little scary to push a Bebo Oath with a ghost behind him, I'm not gonna lie. Hard to get through that wall of Bat and Bright Shield. GCF realizing that, they're gonna call off the assault, recall to each other. Look for ERM instead, who are on a crown play. Micah Munch looks like gonna probably just look to play time here. Continue kiting the south. TLD in a fight with Pro. It looks like they are gonna eventually catch this team moving into the inner circle. TLD really looking to assert their dominance here. After a victory in game 1, Lods wants to stop this res. Beautiful R&B from Madly pushing the Lods charge R&B off. Lemur shifts in. Berserker at half. Irem got to be careful here, looking for a little reset. TLD looking to force the issue, have the level and armor advantage by a bit. Big chunk damage onto ERM. GCF looking for the third party. They put themselves right in the middle, and I think a beautiful Abyssal Breaker from Lemur is going to find a pick there. So maybe a little bit of an overcommit from the shifting in on GCF. And instead of ERM getting pinched, they wiggle their way out to the right. Micah Munch finding another crown here. Very difficult to catch this bunny. But he does have a Bebo with a bat on the left. Bombing run right over the top. Really not much space to play for here. Wait. Glass. We didn't see it. Glass maybe dies to bombing run. Unconfirmed. Meanwhile, TLD continuing their farm. They are going to finally finish off Pro here. We saw Pro this whole time just trying to find their way into this circle. TLD edge guarding down here is going to result in the full squad wipe eventually. And these 2 members left for GCF fighting for their lives. Azarath's going to get caught by all 3 members of Ban. It's just going to be Get Pack left. On the Zeph, looking to just ego this beacon, but look at all these sharks coming for him, bro. Lemur shifts in, Bright Shield, Abyssal Breaker, the Wombo combo onto Pact. Forced out, but TLD got to be a little careful. Ban on the left, but they're going to send Lods out to the right. They're going to 2v3 on the left here. This fully red armor. Look at this phenom, bro. Soul Stealer, Masamune, full red, 3 exotic perks. This is a terrifying ghost. We see it reflected in the health bar of AJ here. He's just gone. His shield is broken. He can't do anything. Glass is short to follow while the rest of TLD collapses. Protofo is going to try to talk out, but he goes right into Madly. So unfortunate there, but basically what you would expect with a circle this small. Now it's just ERM and TLD. ERM certainly on the back foot. Armor broken. Can they win this battle against this powerhouse squad? Looking so strong here again. Madly almost canceled out on the Oath. That's such a weird interaction. I think that's maybe a ground or something. I haven't really seen that from a spectator view until today. That's the second time it looks like it's happened to Madly. Mike Munch trying to just play Abyss angle. I don't know if they have a crown to go for. Berserker has literally no health. Finds a slam for a little bit of a shield. Lod's looking to finish on the brawl. He is. So now it's just Micah Munch left on the Aluna, trying to work a miracle against the full force of TLD. Level 15s. So many exotics. Gonna be insanely hard to pull off in the end. Not gonna be able to do it. TLD find 2 victories in a row to kick off Friday night scrims. Let's go.
Warning, storm closing.
That was hype. Here, let me turn on my light.
Select your hunter.
Magnitude 10.
Right into game 3. Let's go.
Drop leader.
One of my favorite things to do on that load-in screen is, and in the lobby, is look at people's little call signs. We're drinking Invisible Topo Chico. It's fuzzy water. But I think with my green screen, it's literally just clear. Here we go. Gridlock drop. 2 squads out. It's going to be Ban and Hay. Hay, never afraid to contest the hot angle. It looks like it is Gridlock. So only 2 teams opting for the instant gold play. I think Hay, one of these teams that's going to be very like feast or famine. Like you look at all these names, they're all very skilled players in their individual right, like Krillo, Areg, Misfit. But I think they're not going to have quite the team synergy that some of these other teams like 10, like TLD have, because they just haven't played together for nearly as long. And they all kind of have their own, they're all very much like, you know, very good at kind of like playing for themselves. So we'll see if they can pull that together into some team synergy and find themselves a victory, because they definitely have the hands to do it. It's going to be a matter of if they can kind of coordinate against some of these other squads that are very coordinated, depending on who you're referencing. One of them being TLD here. Phenom just shifting forward. Flo looking to punish with the Abyssal Breaker, but has to call it off with Lemur there on the Oath, and it's going to let Phenom W key shift forward again. They are going to get the pick onto the Kingpin there. WTF on the instant back foot. We see J level 3, Immense to the left, level 5. Meanwhile, train tracks fight going on. South side of Prisma. Beautiful catch from Jetski, converting over to the Shiv here. Opting out of the brawl. Now Pro playing the Tetra. Shiv Ghost. Shiv Ghost, just such a powerhouse combo to fight against. If they are connecting their shots. Both really strong kind of range skirmish hunters that can pump crazy amounts of damage if they connect. Pretty spread otherwise, though. We saw in the end the contest for Gridlock is going to go the way of the ban. They're going to get 3 golds. It's going to send Hay. It's like to the south. They do make their way out with 3, and Arg has a blue, so almost a full gold star for Hay. Really nice here, actually, for being forced out. They're going to look for this extra farm in Scav Bay. Look to buy up to full, have the money they need for relics on the day 2 turnover. Everyone else on the map looking to basically do the same. We do see TLD tapping UAV on fire. They're going to see that Pro is up to the left here. Shiv maybe going to get caught. Oh, the car bump. Half of Shiv's health gone, man. I don't think the cars should do damage, bro. It's just... That's been my biggest gripe about him the whole time. It's like, why does it have to do half of his health right there? And they're just instantly on top of you without trading a shift. Unfortunate for Jetski. TLD. Loving the kill points, though. Definitely looking ahead of the pack here, not only on placement, but on kills. And when you're ahead of a tempo here, we see them second Oracle on fire popped on the hunt, instantly looking for the red dots on the map. They're going to see Pro resing to the north. They're going to see GCF to the left. And it's really no mercy in these situations. Like, you know, whatever team is weakest, that's the, you know, optimal play a lot of the time to go after. They know this Pro team is weak. They know it's kind of a sub team. They know they just fought them and we're on a res. They are going to continue the chase. Meanwhile, just up to the right in Mage Bog, Squaw has high ground, has fire as SQB work their way in. We saw a couple nice plays from SQB last game. They're going to cross into fire vision there. Squaw knows they're here. Notaburger looking for the bump onto Friggin. Gorroy just looking to hold some space. Trades a poke. Dylan has a nice angle maybe for a nade, but he's going to call it off as the Jewel walks up. It's like they're going to opt to give up this fire. Probably the right call as we see full level 6s for Squaw. SQB level 8 and 7. So not only ultimates online, but an extra level of power on top of that. 10 and no, duking it out up here. We see beautiful R&B connection for the Jewel. RTK following up with the fully stacked Shift is going to get the 1 kill. Looking for 2 here. Shift barely going wide, but finds the auto in the end. So Dylan, not just Dylan, but Dylan and his friends are dead.
Enemy Oracle
For now. Possibility to get resurrected as Sans the dog makes their way out on the Ghost. He's going to have ERM to the right, and really kind of hard to exist as a solo member with these UAVs on the fire and play. We see multiple times teams knowing kind of exactly where someone's at after the violence. Popping that. TLD, like we were saying, continuing the hunt onto Pro here. They're going to get 1 member, but maybe punished from 10 on the top. Got to be careful of the overcommit. Micah Munch going to just find the root. Wow, just Micah Munch just finding a mid-air snipe for ERM completely alone on the right here. Other 2 teammates to the left. So he steals 10's kill. Probably is going to be just fine getting out. Jetski looking to live here. Micah Munch going to maybe find another if they can connect a root onto Jetski. Not quite the movement to make your way out as the brawl. But Jetski finds a pick. Huge spike onto the bunny. So Micah Munch is down. Jetski maybe going crazy. Dude, that just barely wide on that second auto. Can't have time to take the dagger. Beautiful stun from Berserker to cancel what Shiv was trying to do there. But I think if he is able to connect that final auto, maybe it's a different story. Either way, really well played from Jetski. Does go down in the end. Last 2 members of Pro looking to hang in here. Oh no, Jetski is back. Wait, now I'm confused. I don't know how Jetski rezzed, guys. I got turned around. I thought he just died up there. But he is still alive, so Pro's still in it. Getting real crowded on this movement in from the north. Holy. Like 9 of our squads up here still. I think all 12 in the lobby. So actually, very scrappy as everyone fight for their lives. ERM find their way out. Actually, a crazy recall from Berserker here. We saw the collapse from GCF on the Tetra. He gets a recall to his fire, puts him in a spot where he maybe can play for heart res, but again, so crowded on this north to south movement. A little bit of time to breathe here. We see Jetski posturing for the train angle. It is bullet trains in play, so Spirit of Mad Magical on the breach. Jetski going to use it to his advantage. Is going to find this train res with plenty of space to play for. So Pro still in it despite getting hunted by TLD for the whole first part of the game. Now TLD a little split. We see Lods looking for the recall. Phenom looking to do the same as they're going to get all the way back to Lemur and Underrot over here. Kind of extract themselves from this overcrowded zone over to the north left here. Whoa, what is happening up here, bro? 4 squads looking at each other around heart. We see Napalm out. Aradaneth is down. Dylan and his friends looking to get caught from SQB. Abyssal Breaker's wide, but it doesn't matter. They are able to follow up with the damage. Notaburger securing the knock. Ooh, that jewel bump almost getting Micah Munch there with the Q connection. Berserker looking for one of his own on the left. Barely wide. Gets the slow onto Dylan, though. Beautiful follow-up from Madly into the spear with the second shift. Gonna get the connection onto Squaw. Put Squaw at numbers disadvantage. Got to be careful with SQB pinching to the left. Gorroy sees the writing on the wall. Early out. Really heads up play from the Sorrows here. And hopefully we'll have the space to keep them in it as we're still at 12. Jetski finding another knock on Pro. So despite a rough start, we have seen Jetski locking in some kill points for him as they fight their way out of this thing. And it is going to force WTF out. J to the south, Immense out on a car. Meanwhile, Hay to the right, still holding on to those gold armors from the beginning. We saw them snipe 2. Sorry, they're holding on to 1 still. Looks like Misfit got picked off at some point. His sniped. Multiple teams fighting up here. TLD versus Ban. A little bit of just space play. 10 and GCF. On the left, RTK literal one-shot as we pan over. Carbine trying to get that snipe so badly here. I think that's Wubby. It is. Wubby not quite able to find that final auto. It's going to result in a full reset for 10. Leave packed as the last member left on the Zeph. Likely looking for this train angle. Jetski finding more knocks, continuing the fight onto WTF here. Pro continuing to impress. From what I know, just a brand new sub team essentially. Hoy picking up some boys. Beautiful fireball from Immense is going to find that pick. Jetski not going to let it go down completely. Posturing over the Wisp. BDE make their way in from the north. They have fire down. So vision line to play for. Pro going to make their way out to the right. Hay has been lurking over here this whole time, bro. And this is maybe the angle they're looking for. Barely wide on the abyssal grab there. All right, looking for the bungee as well. Boy, looking to just play Abyss on the Ghost. Meanwhile, fight to the north. ERM Berserker is down. 10 looking pretty dang strong this game. This is like the 3rd fight we've panned where they are ahead. Multiple knocks going their way. They're going to get Madly as well. Micah Munch is going to find the res onto Berserker's Wisp. TLD, though, instantly in over the top. Lemur trying to shut it down with the Abyssal Breaker. But the Bunny is going to be able to be out. Berserker makes it out on the Tetra as well. Now TLD and 10. Two of our monsters staring each other in the eye. Nuke out onto 10's fire. The disrespect. And no, in from the right, looking for the 3rd-party angle. TLD very aware. Lod's already out to the south. TLD just looking for an angle out on the north. But SQB is here. If they can find this pick, Hestia gets this. A laser snipe. Phenom is 1. Notaburger follows it up the shit. So the shift, sorry. SQB, very nice kind of positioning on the macro side. It's going to reward him with some more kills, as we've seen multiple go their way this game already. No and 10 continuing to fight for the south. See, a little bit wide on the slam. Jewel taking big advantage of that, following up with the shift. Is going to delete the Tetra. Dylan and his birds. Wait, why did I think it was Dylan and his friends this whole time? Did he just change his name? Or am I just dumb? His name is Dylan and his birds. What? I'm so confused. I swear I read Dylan and his friends. That's so weird. Did he change his name mid-match? Or like mid-scrims from last game to this game? TLD just on the hunt all day here. Game 3 looking for their 3rd victory as they are just stacking up the kill points. Ban looking very strong here. Level 11s have the gold. Beautiful nade connect from Phenom. Protofo, though, the double tonk, massive from the Bebo. Looking to just fully delete TLD right off the entry. Just a crazy wombo coming in from the Bebo goat here. Really wanting to run down TLD. I was going to say they do have Lods out to the south, but he is going to be kind of getting looked at from BDE, who looks like they just rezzed as well. Violence continues up by the tracks as ERM make their way north. Ban looking for more kills. Madly maybe getting caught here. But Krillo riding his way in on the train now puts himself in the middle of like 3 squads with this gold armor. Realizes it, trying to work his way out. Nice feather angle, is going to get out with the shift. Now it's ERM getting pinched. GCF from the top side. Big damage pressure out onto these health bars for ERM. Going to force them all scattering to the wind. GCF don't want to overcommit with so many more squads in play. 2 more to the north. WTF lurking in bush, and 10 looking very strong. Level 12s and 13s versus these level 9s. This is not a fight WTF want. Beautiful nuke out. Huge zoning in play. Trying to isolate Flow here. They are not going to be able to finish off the Kingpin, just getting him to half, but WTF in the roughest spot with GCF on the south. Trying to just play vision through this waterfall. And 10 maybe giving them the space they need to survive. I'm surprised 10 not committing on this 3rd party here. Just playing it slow and patient. I think afraid they're going to get 3rd partied on the right. A little bit of that macro awareness. But now they see these chipped health bars. They want the finish. TN grapples in. Finds the anti-heal spin. Immense is down. Flow playing with such low health over Abyss. Big Vive Infuser heals. Jay goes down. In the end, WTF cannot 1v3 on both sides. Valiant attempt, but they are going to go down here. So crowded. I'm thinking like 10th. How many squads are left? Yeah, that's 10th. And we're so deep into the game, actually. So everyone kind of playing extremely well on the macro survival side of things. Stealth Ninja a little wide on that grabby, looking for the finish on a Profo. Meanwhile, Glass holding off 2 on the left. Stealth Ninja collapsing. Now, Ghost in the 1v3 downtown grab from Stealth Ninja over Abyss. Snatches the Ghost back, puts her down. And meanwhile, Pro get pinched. TLD finally find their kills, their squad wipe onto Pro much later, but it's going to be with the help of ERM. Now ERM the ones in trouble as Hey come in from the north, looking for a third party. Nice read, though, as Micah Munch grabs Madley's Wisp. ERM goes for the kind of split play. Look at this storm damage, absolutely cooking. SQB gonna get wiped by BDE. So much violence kind of happening across the map. Wish I could see every fight, but there is just way too much going down. Azareth, last member left for GCF, fully stacked, is gonna get taken out there. I think it was, yeah, Micah Munch snipes the kill away from 10 here. But 10 is going to get 2, so Madly down, Micah Munch down, just Berserker left on the Tetra for ERM. And big Trax battle happening between Hey and TLD. As we see this next Storm Shift bringing us way up here on the other side of this Soulstorm. Going to be not much land, mostly train tracks. And it is bullet trains. We love to see it. Laws has the grapple in, looking for the spin. Big anti-heal out on all 3 members. Misfit trying to trade with the Fuselage, but with that anti-heal from the Brawl entry, not going to get nearly the survival value out of that damage. He's going to maybe have some space. Krillo doing his very best. Beautiful feather over that wall there. Is it going to be enough? RTK shift into the spear. Krillo 1 away from being stacked, and he is down to the auto. TLD find another pick on the right as well, but BDE find the clutch res over to the left. So they're back at full force. Still have 2 golds in play. Beautiful grapple spin from TN. That's like the 3rd one we've seen. Connects on the spike this time. 10 looking very scary. Full gold armors. Level 14, 15. On the hunt. TLD looking to shut them down. Beautiful Bright Shield guarding the Ghost as Phenom just shreds into this RTK Jewel. And Jewel getting isolated. Mortal enemy is that Bright Shield. RTK does go down, finally putting 10 a little bit on the back foot here as TLD eyeing their 3rd victory. Nuke out from 10, trying to disrespect the TLD bonfire a 2nd time. And this res, I'm so confused because it really looked like they were standing on the beacon there. It looked like TN was on the beacon and the res still went through. But either way, really nice play from Hey. Wait, but 10 finds the spike, so 2 go down right after the res for Hey. It's just going to be Areg left now on the Kingpin. Actually, a really nice spike from Dylan on his way out. Meanwhile, it looks like Protofo forced out with a defensive Tonk against Sauce, who's working the carbine angle. Beautiful spike again from 10, 2 for 2 over the Abyss here in the last couple seconds. And meanwhile, Mobile Beacon's going to bring all of 10 back, looking for the fight against Ban now. They're going to find Glass almost instantly. Just the amount of damage coming out from these guys as they shift forward. The Brawl and the Jewel with the Saros damage following it up. 10 looking very strong in this match. 2 red armors in play, just farming damage. TLD again want to shut it down. Will they be able to do it a 2nd time, though, as we see they are fighting this in the 2v3. Not sure where the 3rd member of 10 is at the moment. We can see Lod's up to the north here. And it's AJ from Ban, last member left, getting chased down. And Hey back at full force, so they recover with a res. And they are going to be able to, a little bit behind on levels, but certainly fightable in this final circle, up against 2 of our top squads. It's 10, it's TLD, and it's Hey, and it's Ulrich with the downtown grab! But the timing's not enough. TN going to be able to make his way out of there. Almost like what he was looking for, but they know TLD on the south. Very sketchy to overcommit anything there. So we take a look at builds with a second to breathe. Level 14s and 15s for TLD, full gold armor. We saw this Guardian Angel coming in huge for Lemur in previous games, refusing to let Wisp go down. Meanwhile, 10. Double red with a blue. Looking very strong in their own right. We see Robber Raccoon going out. I think it was 10 that, or there's the chest. So TLD trying to snipe some resources from 10. Oh, Abyssal Breaker through the portal. I don't know. It didn't look like the visual go through. Actually, like really nice push from TLD to put 10 in a bit of a weird spot. But it's actually not the worst spot with the way this next shift is coming in now. So now it's kind of TLD from the outside playing in. Hey knows they're a little weak as we look at our 3rd squad's build here. Gold armor on the side of Areg. Blue for Krillo. Misfit just working with the standard gray. TLD. Trying to look for this pinch angle as they work their way down. E-Plat's out. Really want to push Hey up into the arms of 10. Very kind of like, you know, patient trading of position like we often see in these final three. You know, I'm looking for the nade in the choke point there. Got to be very careful with these bullet trains. Gonna be flying through here. Mach speed. Wait, I just saw my... I'm gonna snooze ads for 5 minutes. I just saw the thing pop up. Looking to just trade some chip damage. This next circle close-in is really going to force the issue, though, as no one's going to be able to kind of hang out on the edge anymore. Oh, the train! Looking to force TN into it. Lemur just barely on the edge of it there with the glider. Now it's Hey looking to pinch TLD. This is a nice move from Hey. I really like this movement, but TLD kind of reads it. They respond in time. Not going to let them pressure enough to give up their space. Meanwhile... the Dictator trading shots in through the Sorrows portal. I'm going to find some chip damage on the TLD. Oftentimes, you're looking to just trade damage, chip armor, burn resources, force the enemy teams to use armor repairs in this kind of like neutral state. In the final three, Napalm out for the side of Krillo there. TLD looking to punish. Beautiful Bright Shield in, but the follow-up Misfit, huge Fusillade off the back of the Areg grab there is gonna, oh my god, but the 10 collapsed. The third party is perfect, exactly what 10 dreamed of here for the victory. It's gonna give them the 2v3 against two members of TLD with no cooldowns. Beautiful moment from 10 there, collapses at the perfect time after a little bit maybe of over-aggression from TLD. They thought they had the angle to full wipe Hey. I think Hey responded with a lot more damage than they were expecting. Puts TLD in a really vulnerable spot with 10 just to the north looking the whole time, taking advantage. Beautiful finish for the side of 10. Let's go. Oh, I'll do the score thing on the side. So it's like, I was forget about that. So it's TLD game 1 and 2. It's 10 game 3. GG12s. Anyone know where the next patch or update is going to be? Yeah, so there's like an added week of delay in their normal schedule because they extended the battle pass a week. So I think that's like basically this week where nothing's happened. Like we didn't see a dev update, we didn't see a patch. If I had to guess, we'll see 1.05 next week, either next week or the week after. But it's going to be pretty much exactly like 4 weeks from this last Wednesday till season 2, if I had to guess. But we're going to see one patch in between there, whether it comes next week and then we have 3 weeks till season 2, or it maybe comes in 2 weeks and then there's a 2-week gap to season 2. But either way, like I'm pretty dang sure we're going to have season 2 on like the 22nd of October. And so that puts us at like either a patch next week, like Wednesday the 1st, or they may delay it a week depending on what they're trying to accomplish with 2.0 a few weeks later. But yeah, we'll have to see how that kind of plays out. But I do know like there's a ton of stuff happening behind the scenes for like trying to like revitalize the competitive scene and the pro scene, and looking at potential tournaments, potentially like, you know, officially backed by Theorycraft. Like nothing solidified yet, but I know there's a lot of stuff in the works to try to, and that's like, it's a little harder for new players to see because of, if you just started, you know, sort of started playing with the Armory world, it's kind of hard to have some context on what it was like before that. The changes that we've seen the last 2 patches are like very much like there has been a new, since like a few weeks after 1.0, there's been like a new sort of link forming up between the top player community, and these are players that are playing in like scrims, are playing in tournaments, but aren't even necessarily like playing in solo queue right now because their queues are very long, but they're still very interested in like the game and the success of Supervive. They have been giving like very kind of focused, pointed feedback on not only current patches, but Theorycraft has been more open about you know, sharing some changes that they're working on with these kind of players. And that's resulted in the last 2 patches, I literally think, being the best patches we've ever had as far as like returning the game to a competitive state. And I don't know if it was, you know, executed the best, but either way, like these couple patches are leading us to a point where like season 2 is going to be much more focused on competitive SUPERVIVE. So the Moonlit Battleground stuff got canceled. The one they did earlier was like really good, but this is some different stuff that's in the works. I think there's an EU MB that's going well. So you're saying if I want to go pro, I got to get it now? I mean, it's a great time to start scrimming, bro, because there are days when like scrims aren't even full. So if you, and there's a lot of people looking for subs. So if you're actually looking to get into competitive SUPERVIVE, like if you want to be ready for the tournaments that are going to be hitting in a month, which rumor has it are going to be actually some real cash prizes. Yeah, this would be a good time to start, because if you're trying to go up against some of these guys, you're gonna have a bit of catching up to do. Some of these guys have been gaming for a bit here. But dude, if you have any kind of interest, like scrims are a different game, bro. If you have never played at this level, like it's really, really fun. I highly encourage you. If you're not in the, if you're interested, bro, in ever doing it, I can link you the scrim server is open invite. I'll link it just in case you want to hop in. I don't know if you're NA or EU, but this is the NA one. I can link you the EU one too if you want. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's the NA one. What's going down in chat? Bans as a system are flawed AF. Oh, they're doing bans. Just ban Brawl, cuh. Jetski says, if Brawl's so OP, why don't you all play him? It's because he has an iframe, bro. I'm telling you. I don't think iframes are healthy for the game. I never have. They took away Jules. They reduced Wukong's, but Wukong still has one. Brawl still has one. Ghost Brawl Kingpin banned. Wait, I was gonna do the score thing. I'll add the bans on there too. Ghost Brawl Kingpin. I do like a little like text graphic somewhere. Score. Wait, I already have one. It's called score. Game 1. See, it was, what should I put, like victory?
Select your hunter.
Or like I'll just put like score. I don't know, I'm just not gonna give it a title. It's TLD, it's TLD, it's 10, and bans are what was it? Kingpin, Brawl, what was it? Oath? What did I say? Yo, what's up, Alario? Hope you're doing well, bro. Mago, there were a 3-way tie for bans I had to break. Gotcha. Wait, who was the other ones? Ghost, KP, Brawl ban. Thank you, thank you. Put it on the... Yo, Miss Kate, what's up? I appreciate the follow. Welcome, welcome. I missed the fox. Hope you've been well, though. Is that too small? Like this, maybe? How do I get rid of the... There's a way to get rid of the snap. I think it's like control. There we go. Is that okay? That looks fine, right? W SUPERVIVE, let's go. Ghost was a definite ban, but the three-way tie was between Brawl, Tetra, and KP. Gotcha. So Tetra made it through. Immense will be happy about that. Wow, 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 wow. Dude, what the hell? Like 8 teams out between Dawn Caps and Shards. 2 fighting in Shards instantly. The colors are so close, I actually can't tell who's actually fighting. No one quite yet. Actually, yeah, up here. Fighting over the Abyssal. It looks like ERM gonna snipe it, so TLD in a big amount of trouble here. Level 2 with like 8 other squads around. It's gonna be so crowded making their way out. As they look to finish out those kills, we pan back to the gold armor zone. Ban looking to finish off SQA here. They have Dylan down. Goroy to follow. Friggin wanting to posture over this res on the Krista. Did snipe a gold armor. Protofo really not wanting to let Squaw get out of this one for free. Friggin gonna do their best to kite it out on the Krista. Ban got to be a little careful of the overcommit, but beautiful ground there coming in from the Ice Seep. AJ following up with the hammer damage. Squaw looking in a really rough spot. Shift from Friggin finds his way out, barely wide on the hammer. Dude, oh, such a tough spot to be in for Squaw. They are going to get caught on the coin flip for the golds there. Nice attempt to fight it out, but in the end, our first squad out. Beautiful Q coming in from Notaburger. Oh my goodness, bro. Not quite able to cancel the Wisp res, but he catches the Aluna and the Wisp, brings the Wisp over. I think very much trying to get it into Abyss there, but in the end, Micah Much still gets the res, and now it's Notaburger in trouble as the Aluna does connect the root. Madly looking to run down Hestia here. So the price being paid for the hot drop as we see multiple squads potentially dropping early. It's going to be final member left, Hestia here. Very difficult to get out of this one. Instantly 2 squads down after carnage on the north side of the map. You'll love to see it. Pro looking to find some kills on their own. Stealth Ninja trying to wiggle his way out on the Oath. We do see a bit more Oath pickup with the bans in play. No more KP action happening. Meanwhile, a little bit of room to breathe as we see like a huge amount of these teams had to call off the Dawn Caps play and make their way south. Finding their way into these Heart Prisma zones. We're going to play 4 levels still. WTF find their level 6. We do see multiple squads still looking for it, though. 10 have theirs as well. Hey on the level 5. Need at least 1 more camp. GCF, nice space over here to the right. Farming up. Same thing with TLD way to the north here. Opting for a little bit more of a kind of spacing drop. Really just looking to play this farm instead of hard committing to this gold, or maybe maybe they were looking for the gold and called it off and went right. Either way, finding the Biome Guardian here, getting their 6 farm online. ERM claiming victory over Shards of Fate, grabbing their vault. Ban doing the same. 4 Dawn Caps here. It's going to result in 3 golds. Grips and Kicks coming online with a little bit of extra gold to work with as they make their way out. Look at how much this has like spread now as teams kind of migrate to the south, looking for pick up all the gold they can before the storm shifts in. I think like for a player that hasn't kind of played at this level, like it's the importance of like early kind of farm and gold and finding creep camps for levels on the day 2 turnover is like so important. Protofo looking to set up a little bit of bush cheese, trying to catch Madly out. He is gonna shift across, get a little reset with that paw. Protofo wants to force the issue though, has the B-bomb out. All 3 members of ERM respond. Micah Munch coming down from the north does have 7, so a Luna ult is in play in this battle, but definitely a bit of armor advantage to Ban, but not a huge one as ERM on the blues. So just 1 more bar to work with. Meanwhile, TLD in Mage Bog fighting against Hay. Lods is down, Misfit pumping. It looks like Phenom close to follow. Love to see the Phenom Fox and the Lods Jin. Wait, and the Lemur Celeste. Full comp mix-up for TLD. I actually love this comp. A lot of comfort picks coming into play. Pocket picks. like the Phenom Felix. WTF and BDE posturing on Trex here. BDE at 2 members. Want to just get some space to find a res. Actually, game over is here. Riding down on a Sky Shark. So as soon as he reconnects, maybe fightable. Pro to the north above them. Pop a UAV. Have intel on where everyone else is out. Same thing for No up here. Kind of playing on their ion zones. No, they have a good bit of space, but no, there are multiple teams to the south as well. 10 have this Vein Grove fire. Looks like they scoop a couple ghosts. Level 8s and 7s online in this night 1. Beautiful spot to be. Got to move out of there for the next day, though. They're going to get that UAV vision as well. So we kind of a pretty patient, a little less like intense after 2 squads go out early fighting for this day 1 space. And a lot of teams, after kind of losing this caps flip, just made their way south, trying to recover on farm. BDE in 10 now. Stealth Ninja, Bright Shield. Burn. Ooh, nice shift away from the bungee. We see RTK doing what Lemur did earlier, canceling the stun interaction. Looks like BDE is going to call it off, knowing they're already behind in that fight. Shark their way out of there. Looks like 3 teams posturing Mage Bog. Dawn Caps. On the day 2 turnover here, everyone looking for their level 9. So Ban just happy to refarm this area. Meanwhile, TLD looking for some farm of their own. Lod's going to grab this gold hatchling solo, get the level 9 online. Lemur level 9 already. Flying around on the Celeste, and Phenom doing the same on the north. Tank and Storm with that mega shield. Pretty slow compared to our other matches, if I'm being real, on the start here. We had crazy action early that results in a little more room for everyone to work with. Pro looking for a satchel punch. Eradanath mega over the top dunk, slam there is going to catch Hoy, but answering back. Beautiful shift up the top. Eradanath is down. Sans the Dog down on the strike as well. Big comfort pick for Sans the Dog on the strike as well too. Just Dylan and his birds just really trying to fight his way out of that one on the Saros. Very hard to do if you don't get that shift reset, even if you do with 3 members. Does eventually go down, so 3 squads out fairly early here. Tonk from Game Over, barely wide onto Areg. Areg living with 1 is Saros portal through. A little bit of space. Misfit just going turbo on the Shiv, deleting Game Over in sub 1 second. Krillo on the Bebo, love to see it. Sauce trying to find that final shot in the carbine. Misfit just destroying everyone he comes up against, though. Really kind of protecting this Hay squad as they recover here. Now it's going to be real sketchy. 10 in from the north. GCF want to pinch from the south. Areg sees the writing on the wall, trying to call to play right. Krillo kind of caught right in the middle, is going to get stunned on the wall. So 2 members of Hay make it out, but they are going to trade the Bebo for it. Dylan just blasting on this Saros. So much damage if you're able to connect these shots. Beautiful ult from Pack there to keep Azarath alive. I thought Azarath was dead for sure there. Really nice second wind. The Dictator, though, not missing, proccing that burn. UCF doing a nice job to kite this out. 10 not really able to chase over the water without thermal suits or anything online yet. No scuba gear. Well played there from GCF to find their way out. Fusillade for Pro here. Jet Ski. Gonna find a knock on a Micah Munch. So Jo and Hoy get a little bit of a health reset there. They were both pumping big damage into that Aluna. Nice fight against ERM is going to result. Maybe a kill on a Madly. It looks like it is. Deleted by Jo before the animation to go up in the R. That's literally the 3rd time we've seen Madly's R just basically do nothing for him. I don't think even his fault, just getting like canceled by stuff or knocked out of it or grounded or whatever. But a little a little jewel v jewel action. The shift comes out on top of the ulti. Meanwhile, TLD clean up shop. They find a pick onto Pro and another one onto ERM. So Madly is down alongside the other jewel. TLD just kills both jewels at the end of it all. That's hilarious. WTF and GCF looking at each other. Half health kind of across the board. Flow looking for the ult entry, barely wide onto Pack. Nice sidestep, but immense trading huge fireball damage into Azarath. Azarath is down. Now Wubby, literal one shot. Gonna go right into the arms of Krillo, looking for that portal angle, but WTF, beautiful fight. Find the clean 3v3. A little bit not of a 3v3 as they make their way out and run into hay, but really well fought from our teal squad here. And Flo gonna find that ult follow-up onto Areg. 2 more picks. So WTF picking up like 5 kill points right there and taking a squad out of the lobby, ranking up everyone's placement. And we panned away from hay for a little bit. As we come back to him, it is just going to be Misfit, half health, last member on the Shiv here. ERM been kind of fighting pretty dang well across this whole series so far. Not huge placement to show for it, but scrapping their way as best they can. Very much playing off of this Micah Munch. Rezzing looking to just force the issue, just shifts. They emote him. They know he's coming. Is he going to finally pay the price? He does. Micah Munch just face checking all 3 members of TLD waiting for him. Everyone knows exactly what he's trying to do. Almost able to still do it. Really just, I think last patch he does that, bro. But with the bunny's legs a little bit broken, that final hammer coming in from the Oath finds the spike. WTF in a fight again, this time with 10. Actually pretty even look here as far as levels and armors, but the Dictator pumping with that Saros R&B. TN is going to find Jay kind of isolated on this side of the wall, just pumping big rockets, takes him out. WTF now at disadvantage. Immense trying to kite to the north. Flo in a really rough spot, going to get finished off by Jewel. Wait, something cancels the shift there. Flo lives for a moment longer, but not long enough. Taken out at 7th. Beautiful opportunity from Pro for that third party, but might cost him here as Hay now back at full force off of the Misfit Res. Misfit going off this game, finds another pick onto Jo as Pro on the retreat. Are going to maybe get caught by multiple members of 10. He is going to go down before he can find that portal through. Krillo is out on the Bebo. Now Misfit maybe caught as well. Ulti out from TN. TN on the Bishop does not miss, man. So consistent with the punches, so consistent with the ultis. He is going to find it, and then a punch finish into the wall there. Berserker, so after we saw Micah Munch over here try to just do that insanely ballsy play against TLD, after TLD rolls out, they find the res off the back of Berserker. So Madly is back. Our bunny hero is back. ERM still having a shot. TLD team looks super strong here. Certainly level advantage. Looking to play for next day turnover. Looks like here they are going to find actually ERM still. Berserker takes out where did so 2 members of ERM made their way south. I don't know if they did like an anywhere but here in recall, but they find a pick, but they trade Berserker for it because they're not together. But they get a squad wipe. So up in placement, I think net win, but it's going to put these 2 members right in the middle of full squads in the water. We see Madly getting forced into Abyss, has to shift back in just to live, trying to do something with the ultimate. Nice kind of sidestep, finds the shift through, going to dodge the enemy Jewel Q, but really nowhere to go. Micah Munch hits the portal. Oh, maybe it was a portal we saw. How they made their way over. Again, Micah Munch keeping ERM in it. Beautiful. Unstable portal to the other side of the map. Has a bit of space to play for here. Fighting continues down in Magebog. RTK finding a pick onto Jewel Pro. On the run here. Jet ski, dagger out. Dictator reading it. Shifts forward. Trying to trade the Fusillade here in the 1v3. Not quite able to find the damage they need onto Dylan as he kites out really rough in the water here. And the Screamer is going to finish off Jet ski there with the emotes, spam. The Bebo emote's going crazy. Oh no, it's Hoy with Crown in the Bishop battle. Gets punched by the TN Bishop. RTK here to help. Has full Crown timer, trying to make their way to the Shark, but a beautiful kind of read on the Jewel Q is going to force them back, ground them. Eliminated at 5th. Pro doing very well, though, for being kind of a sub-squad, in my opinion. Actually hanging with the best of them, going out at 5th here. Now TLD and Ban looking at each other on this side of this portal. Nuke is out. Lauds looking for the entry on Jin. Full connection onto AJ. AJ somehow gets his way around the wall and lives with a sliver. But that is the power of the full combo from the Jin. Lauds certainly knowing how to work it there. Oh, Protoful looking for the unstable portal, but it times out right as he tonks on through. It's still enough to get Ban out of there and keep them in it as 10 show up. Want to maybe punish this TLD with cooldowns down, but now they've had a little bit of time to reset. TLD wants it as well. Beautiful entry from Lemur there, but 10 reading it well. Everyone making their way out to the side. It is going to give him some space. Lemur shifting forward, trying to finish off TN. Going to be now right in the middle of multiple members. Beautiful ground. So deep in the abyss to give him something to play around. And now 10 see the isolated Celeste. Really want to finish, but Lemur just, I think, spikes with the RMB. I literally didn't even see that effect. So Tien, I think, just dies to the RMB, but from this view, I literally couldn't even see that graphic. So kind of unfortunate, but nice play from Lemur. Just finds a pick in the 1v3. Lod's gonna Ashigara Warblade his way through the Saros portal. Lemur wants to finish the job here on the Dictator. He's looking for a portal angle of his own. Finally, he's going to take it, but Phenom reads it on the other side, waiting for him. But 10 reads it better. Instant res coming through from RTK here. Brings the Dictator and Tien back, looking at round 2. We are in Mage Bog, so depending on whether you have Thermal Suit and or Amphibian, going to be a big advantage. We do see Amphibian on 2 members of 10. The stealth in play here. And the move speed in the water. RTK forced out to the north. Ban looking to opportune here on the top side. Just 3 squads left. RTK playing the wall angle. Gets a res through. A little bit of a reset. Lods is 1. Tien wants to finish him off so bad. But TLD do find the collapse onto Dylan. He's going to go down on the Saros, leaving 10 2 members. TLD want to finish the job here before Ban can make their way in. Ban's not going to give him the time. Protofo up over the top. We're going to find a finish onto Lods. Meanwhile, RTK just doing everything he can to kind of exist here in between both these squads. Shift out to the top, get a little bit of space. Has some time with his next shift in. Kind of loop around, reconnect. So with a second to breathe, TLD and Ban potentially looking at each other. We see a combo go through there, kind of canceled by the AJ Oath. TN, beautiful use of the Amphibian, catches a spike here. Them being completely unaware, besides the invis indicator, that there's a lurking Bishop. And one big rocket, especially with this setup, Thunderbolt Refractor, definitely can give you that insta spike. Dude, Lods is connecting with these Jhin combos. Maybe a little bit of overextension there. Beautiful response from 10. They find the punch into the wall. Like I said, Tien does not miss. Lemur, though, wants to answer back. Really trying to play for this Wisp res. Gonna burn the ulti, shift forward. Again, beautiful punch. Keeps him out of there. But the Mega Avalanche, I really like the angle of this. It's gonna give RTK basically nowhere to go. He somehow finds his way out of there, though. I think Ban getting a little distracted with TLD to the south. They see the crown. They see they're at disadvantage. Instead of finishing off the jewel, they're trying to finish off TLD, but it's putting them right in the middle as we see TLD lurking in from the north here. Got to be careful for this wonky chonker kind of gauntlet right in the middle of both of them. Now Ban in a really rough spot, really trying to fight it out, but just eating so much damage from both sides. Lemur destroying, actually, with this Celeste, just pumping these shards. Really trying to finish off 10 now, as 10 maybe overextended on the third-party entry. TLD is going to find a pick onto Dylan. They're going to cancel the res. Now 10 very much on the back pit. RTK is down. It's just going to be Tien left on the Bishop. Ban, this is their opportunity. They have to push TLD with no cooldowns. Protofo knows it. Just a little bit short on the Tonk angle. Not going to be able to find the connection onto the Lods. Jhin here, going to give him an angle to reset. Lemur just going to pop Chilling Finale, a little bit of space, a little bit of time. Let his teammates follow up. Phenom, beautiful shift forward, gets the Q onto 2. Ban now under a bit of pressure, but they're doing a really good job trading damage back. TLD health bars chipped, forcing Lods back to fire to restock on pots here. Meanwhile, 10, mobile beacon, back at full force. So 10 refusing to die here. Another clutch res coming into play as Tien brings everyone back. So no real armor to work with, but certainly the hands. Phenom gonna find the Saros with another shift pull connection. It is glass on the Saros, trading the ghost for the Saros with the bands. Tien double punch. Because they don't like actually hit each other, I don't know if they got fully stunned there, but beautiful double punch from Tien. Tree's working for Bebo, but also working for Bishop. TLD trying to put the pinch onto 10. Phenom finds another shield pull. Big damage pressure out. RTK is down. The Dictator trying to live with the portal, but followed up from TLD. That's 2 down from 10. It's just TN again on the left, but this pressure coming in from the third party from both sides is keeping these squads from wiping TN. Now TLD want to play around this mobile beacon. Ban wants to stop it. We see AJ forcing his way in on the Oath. Knows he can just face tank this, stand on the beacon, make sure they get off of it. But Lemur's still looking to play around it as they do trade damage. Deathbox coming in on the top. Ban hears it. Protofo. This amphibian coming in so clutch. Because as soon as Tien's out of combat, he just vanishes. He has move speed. This is how he worked the res last time. But now, no mobile beacon anymore. Gonna have a much different angle to play for. It's gonna have to be a crown, I think. And the crown's not gonna work as well with the invis. So they're gonna be able to see kind of where you're at. TLD jump pad over the top. Chilling Finale burned. Not gonna be able to connect though. They are gonna find the pick anyways onto glass with Lods just blasting with these Jin combos, and Phenom, the consistent Firefox pump and anti-heal, giving them no angle to recover for the Oath. It is AJ down. Now Protofo, last member left. A little bit of movement out with the grapple tech. Throwing some bomb to just kind of exist. Tien did grab the crown, so has a minute left. Wants to kill Protofo here. Knows this is the pick. He needs. He finds it. It's huge. Tien connects the crown punch. Snipes the kill from TLD. Is this the moment they need to finish them off? TLD trade it back. Lods gonna get Tien. The Dictator under big pressure here. So despite a monster play from Tien, TLD very likely going to find the victory here as RTK, last member left on Jewel, looking to do something crazy. Cannot find the full stacks on the Lemur. In the end goes out, but beautiful attempt from 10. In the end, it's TLD. Take game 4. Dude, what a... dude, that's such a sick crown proc. If 10 wins that, that's crazy, bro. That amphibian was so clutch right there for 10. I feel like TN was playing that out of his mind, that final. Holy. So TLD take their 3rd win of the day out of 4 games. Still 2 to play here. Looking very, very strong. Ba-boom. Technically, Brawl was the one to make it through, but players wanted Brawl banned, and KP lost the tiebreaker first while I was so they just like overrode the the method and said, we're banning Brawl anyways. Get this guy out of here. Brawl's the original Wukong, guys, by the way. If you weren't around pre-Wukong, it's always been Brawl. Just ban them all. Yeah, let's just get some like Hudson, some Eva, some Void. Who else do we want to see? We saw some couple niche pickups. We saw the Lemur Celeste. We saw the Phenom Fox. Fox having pretty high value that game. I feel like doing a big amount of trading in the final 3 there with the shield pulls and the anti-heal. Like actually such a tough counter against some champs to recover. Like once the anti-heal is on, champs that rely on health resets and stuff. And we've seen like basically like full fall off of Zeph. I think we've maybe seen like 1 Zeph in the lobby, but like this idea of like a support that's like pumping heals. We've seen no Mercury, right? Like, so this is very much like a non-support meta right now. We've seen some Oath in play, but Oath not really like a true healer. Extremely good at zoning and protect and recovery and wisp plays, but like not really a true healer at all. Cannot heal the way Zeph can heal. And you think about anti-heal, it's like, it's certainly good against supports, but it's also just very good against hunters kits that want to recover health. Ghost, Shiv, I mean, there's a lot of them. Brawl that get a huge amount of health value out of the damage they deal. Especially if they're building Omnivamp. Anti-heal can still have a crazy amount of value. We see a 3-way drop for Academy here. Trying to, gold's in Scav Bay. But everyone playing early out on the map wants this XP. Nice snipe there from BD. Gonna steal that one away from ERM. Puts him in a weird spot here, still on the level 1. Pro gonna find a camp in the level 3 for themselves. They're actually 2 camps ahead now. BDE maybe want to punish here. Oh, they're going to portal, but they're going to find themselves into a contested gridlock as well. But still level 1's over here, so maybe actually fightable somehow. They are going to go in here anyways. BDE continue the chase, so BDE opting to surrender stacks here and their early farm just to run down ERM and get a few more kills. It's going to put them face to face with no... Wow, gridlock is so crowded all of a sudden with this move from BDE. I mean, if you're looking for kill points, if you're looking to just kind of press tempo and play off of your hands, I like the moves. But now they put themselves in a spot where they could have maybe contested the rest of Academy, and now they have not much. I guess they get this Biome Guardian spawning over here, so that's going to kind of save their play. Dude, such low levels across the board on this initial drop. Level 2's here still in play as Wraith is very contested. Hey, there we go. Level 6 is very much ahead of the curve here with all this contested farm on these early drops. SQB still on the level 2 and going to have no camps to play for if GCF is quick enough working their way from the north of Magebog. All the big Magebog camps up right where GCF is. Just scraps down here where SQB is. They're going to try to work their way left. There's no camps in Vanegrove. Going to be a really rough journey for them to find some day one creeps. Meanwhile, machine fight in play. No versus ERM. So this is ERM still on the retreat from that early battle. They're going to try to find some space in machine. Oh, Sans the Dog connects, pops the wisp off of Micah Munch. So unfortunate for Madly is going to plummet into the abyss. Meanwhile, game over, timing out on Peachy up here. And now it's Sauce left. So this is the price of the chase, guys. A little bit of overcommitment. You take away the farm from yourselves. You surrender Academy for free to Pro. They get the level 7. They push where you went. And it results in one member left trying to just find an angle to res. But not a ton of space here. A squaw to the north. Very much going to hear this. We'll see if they can respond in time. Is on the Shark, so it does have a bit of safety here. Very quick reses off of Heart. Or accepting the, you know, the Heart and the Koba's res. Res is on the 6 seconds still. I think very quick to pop. Did they change? I forget if they changed that back at all yet. Or if that's something that's coming. Or if... I feel like it was going to get like extended to 8, but I don't know. Or if that happened already. It's hard to keep track sometimes. My boys WTF have their level 6. ERM just just so on the run this game, bro. Just trying to live, just trying to find anything they can. They find that nice connection from Madly on the stagger shift. Gonna snipe that creep away. WTF really wanting to push them out of their area here. ERM just going completely around the horn as they continue to just try to find anything to play for. There is 3 other squads here. TLD coming in from north. SQB on the same kind of run, literally just on Skyshark, still looking for level 6. We saw them on the level 2 earlier, retreating to the north, and I was saying how rough it's going to be. We see it right here, bro. Literally nothing to play for on this map. No creeps they can find. Everything contested. Game over, looking to contest this res. Trying to whack him off with the V-Bomb. Get Pack wants to force it. Going to trade his life. And barely not going to be able to get off the res. So Wubby on the Wukong. Let's go. Wubby, the Wukong, has held onto the Wukong despite all the Wukong hate. Back on it after the ban phases through. Now banned full gold armors. They see this full blue armor no squad though. Definitely fightable from both sides here. Bomb loaded onto the Protofo. Oh, somehow that neither the car damage nor the bomb damage connects onto Dylan and his birds. He's on the void, just kind of sidesteps it without a shift. They're looking to play around fire. I think this is definitely fightable for no. They are going to push him off, kind of retain that vision and that space. A couple teams looking at each other in other spaces, and there is a third here. I think it is 10 to the north of these guys. Yeah, it is. So going to be a little rough for no if they continue to stay in the middle. TN barely wide on the ult, but it puts him in a beautiful spot to just punch Sands into the wall. So the Shrike is down. We're going to get 3 members isolating the Jhin right after that. It's going to leave what was, you know, kind of no looking pretty strong, pushing off ban now in tatters here as Dylan and his birds looking for this beacon res. But Pro right to the north. Jeski hears it, finds the car. Can he race over in time? Oh, barely doesn't knock him off. You saw the angle though. Level 9s versus 6s, double stun connection for the jet ski Shiv. Jo following up with the jewel here. Not going to be able to connect the ulti, but very much looking to run down the rest of these members. Has huge level disadvantage for No here. Trying to do anything they can to live over Abyss. Oh, Aradaneth connecting the Q2, but with Hoy at full health. Dunk changes. Keep him in it with that glide at the bottom. But it might have been enough to... Sand's actually doing a really nice job trading on the Shrike there to force them off of that Abyss fight. They are going to live for a moment longer. We see Chilling Finale pop by Lemur as we pan left. ERM still just battling for their lives, bro. They run into TLD this time. Madly is going to go down. And Berserker and Micah Munch continuing around the world. They started over here and they're going all the way around, bro. As they run into every squad on the map. We see Misfit and GCF fighting over this Guardian. It looks like they are going to catch Wubby ISO'd on the south. Aradaneth going to make sure that Monkey dies in the Abyss. Is going to go down here. Now GCF under pressure as they're going to run into Squaw to the right. Squaw on a bit of level disadvantage themselves. Ooh, Dagger, beautiful bump. Holy, Pact goes crazy right there. Beautiful Zeph counter. The air blast reads the Dagger, air blasts it into the ult. Really nice moves there from the Zeph. You see violence across the map. BDE and WTF looking at each other bottom right. TLD do find a pick onto a Sunders in this fight over to the right. WTF force them off. Fight still going down to the left. It's going to result in SQB, who was we saw like literally probably still looking for any kind of farm, finally going to get caught between multiple squads here. Really rough from the start for them. They, you know, we saw them doing everything they could to find anything, but in this kind of lobby, once you're kind of behind tempo like that, if you don't have some kind of, you know, a pocket you can find with camps or some kind of miracle play off your hands, it's very hard to recover versus teams that are already ahead. ERM, though, actually doing an insane job recovering. These are the recovery masters playing around the bunny beautifully. Literally exactly the way Aluna kind of wants to play. Funnily enough, literally like the way her kit is designed. She's just like has more value if your team is on the back foot. So she's getting a ton of value out of the Aluna this game for ERM. As we look down at Scav Bay, multiple teams posturing over the area. Band still holding on to all three of their golds. Not many camps to play for here, though, on the day 3. We don't see any 11s yet. Hay have 2 level 10s. 10 getting their 10s here on theme. Yggdrasil looking for a bungee angle, potentially. Fight to the north. Squaw find a pick. Aradaneth down on the Jhin. So Friggin and Goroy trading. Sans the Dog is 1. Ooh, nice snipe on the way out. Friggin gets 2 here. Gonna make just 1 member left for No. It's Dylan and his birds. Can his birds help him? He's gonna need it on the Void. Goroy finishes the job. Leaves Friggin kind of alone to get picked from WTF here. Beautiful portal angle, but Jay reads it. Are they gonna be able to pursue the Sorrows? Looks like they're gonna opt not to here. So heads up play from Goroy to find his way out. Just kidding. Immense wants it. Tetrash movement in. Goroy gonna run right into the arms of Ben here. They have to see the shift angle. They know he's here. This is really rough for Goroy. And that's just the, you know, when there's this many teams in the lobby still, there's very often not any space to take for free. Thought he was safe there. We saw him pop the pot. Does get finished off. TLD finishing off a couple members of BDE. They do still have game over left on the Bibo. Riding away on the Sky Shark. Finds a bit of room on this side of the map. Grabs a crown. Now going to do the Bibo thing. Big bungee grab out. Working the slingshot tech. Searching for an ice. Zeep finds it here. Hey, though. Hey, hey. Find themselves a crown Bibo. Tonk Tonk is burned. A little bit of space. Has actually a lot of room to work with over here for game over if they continue this route. As TLD kind of moving their way up north here, it looks like. I expect TLD probably plays camps here on this day turnover and works their way in here, but it probably gives game over the space he needs to just play time.
Warning. Storm closing.
Ban have pretty good position, but without these next day camps, going to be behind on levels. We see 12s on the side of TLD, 2 level 9 still on Ban. Level 9 on Hay as well. Nice Tonk from Protofo to get his way out of there. Take Misfit out of the fight for a second. Glass trading well on the Carbine. Meanwhile, to the north, AJ finds a pick onto R-Egg. I think spiked there. Nice plays from the Oath. TLD hears the action though. Phenom lurking on the Fox. Wide on the R&B. Connects on the shield on a 1. Anti-heal on Glass. Protofo looking to play just zoning from the south with a bomb. AJ wants to reconnect with the squad. Is going to be able to grind his way out of there. Nice moves. TLD continuing to push forward. We do see Crown popped for the side of BDE. Or sorry, Sauce maybe box rezzed. Game over procs Crown now. Nice XP boost for them. We see 9 taken to 10s and 11s. Another big advantage of playing, or a big thing about the Crown if you are playing from behind. A Crown pop does give you some nice XP to try to recover. Hayes going to maybe need one themselves. Level 9 and 10 still. We do have level 13 in play with the camps, but no camps to fight for. Actually, so many kind of level disadvantaged teams here. I like this movement from BD. They kind of know this is not the fight they want. Lauds over the top.
An enemy oracle is scanned.
Finds the dunk. BDE back to square one, looking for another Crown res. Misfit, though. Very kind of
Baron has arisen.
interesting spot here. Looking to maybe get some intel. Them looking for an angle themselves. Meanwhile, fight to the north. WTF in 10. TN ripping the ulti. Nice dodge from WTF here. Bungie looking for the side of J. Portal is out for Dylan as he's looking to just pump damage. Satchel punch coming in from TN. Flow trades it back. Connecting though. Making TN look for a little bit of reset. We see Jay looking for a flank, but maybe a little too late. Flow connects another punch, followed up by the immense slam. Beautiful combo there from the boys on WTF. Is going to find 1, maybe 2. Huge damage onto Dylan. Dylan, beautiful pillar for that Tetris slam. Immense takes the portal. Finds it anyways. Immense finds 2. Beautiful slams there coming through from the Tetra. And Flow, 2 punches to set it up. Beautiful gaming from the side of WTF there. Let's go. Berserker now wants to do some gaming of his own. Fly to the Firefox is burned. Doesn't have that mobility. AJ finds the Bright Shield a little wide on the Abyssal Breaker. Does have the Bungee. Yanks him back. Beautiful Bungee from AJ there, giving Berserker literally nowhere to go. Yanked back into the arms of Ban. They find the pick. Another squad wipe. Down to 6 in game 5. WTF looking strong. Level 13s, full builds, some coin to spare. Probably pretty stacked inventories as we haven't seen them go down yet. TLD and BD looking at each other. Lauds is down. Stealth Ninja follows up with the ult. Sauce is down, but game over. Huge connect, but the Celeste ulti. Oh my goodness. And the wow. Just beautiful on both sides. The Celeste ulti in the Tonk forces game over off. Stealth Ninja almost gets the big rocket snipe onto Lemur on his way out, but we do have a 1-for-1. 2 members left for both squads here still. Misfit in the 1v3 against Ban, trying to live another Bungee from AJ though. Gonna bring another victim back. The Super Zeep for Protofo, bro. Oh my god. Perfect positioning there. Yeets Misfit back into the team. Beautiful, beautiful Super Zeep there. Now 10 in a very similar situation. Multiple squads going down in just the last couple seconds. How is Tien not dead here? He finally gets taken out. Game over. Wanted that kill so bad for the crown proc for this team. Not going to be able to get it because WTF continue the onslaught. Find 3 more kills and another squad wipe. Level 14s playing in from this top side of the map. Down to our final 3. Certainly going to be able to contest some of our top squads here in TLD and Ban. Jump pads out. A lot of people up in the skybox, making their way down. Lemur with the Celeste ulti. No vertical range on that, so wants to catch him off guard, but they do have the visual indicator now. even if it's in the skybox. TLD really wanting to pinch the WTF position here. WTF can have some space if they move bottom left now. They know Lemur's kind of maybe over-forcing. They're comfortable just kind of holding their space, but I expect this movement from them bottom left here, unless they see an angle as Ban moves their way up. Ban surrendering their space, though. Phenom way up over the top on the Wukong. Working that crazy twister angle. Now it's a fight between TLD and Ban. Beautiful Tong Tong from Protofo. Going to catch Lods. Can they finish him off? Overkill rounds barely wide for Glass there. Cannot find the final connect onto Lods. Is going to get taken out. Yo, Ethan. What's good, brother? Yo, Rakdos. What's good, homies? I appreciate the prime, bro. I love you, bro. Hope you're well. 15 months. Holy sh... I've only been streaming like 3 months. That's crazy, bro. I appreciate you, man. We are down to our final 3 here. Game 5, Friday night scrims. A little second to breathe as everyone has their own space in this next shift. Not much land for WTF to play around, but they're comfortable as this gives them a spot to opportune with the third party unless someone forces it onto them. Ban and TLD kind of staring at each other. It is a bit of vision advantage for TLD with the fire out. WTF trying to find a cheeky angle with the Mega Twister. They want to pinch Ban. I love this movement from WTF. Tetra Wall out, giving them some space to play around, some land. It is a really nice pinch, splitting up Ban. It very likely going to get a pick onto someone off of this, but they are going to claim right side of the circle. Actually, really nice movement from Ban to find their way out of that. And now AJ wants to reconnect with team. WTF got to be a little careful here. They want to keep these guys split. I like this angle to the south. They find the connect onto Protofo. Flo gets the punch through. AJ is going to recall back. Got to be careful. Phenom in the bush. He finds it. Gets the R&B. Gets the shield pull. Jay is in trouble. Actually, beautiful grapple, kind of threatening. We saw Phenom forced to back off there because Jay insta-grappled him. Phenom did not want to get pulled into a wall, stunned, and deleted. Really nice grapple value coming in from Jay. Lod's looking for a combo to maybe finish someone off, but with all 3 members stacked, not going to be able to find it. Now TLD up to the north. Jay looking for a crazy bungee, shifting kind of in between everyone. Finds his way back. TLD want to maybe punish cooldowns, but are going to continue to just play to the north here as we see our next shift taking us a little up to the left. We're going to have a little bit of land here and this kind of land to play for where TLD is positioning. Good bit of Abyss, though. We did see level 4 shift coming in from Lemur, so we got Celeste Ice and we got Bebo Ice in play for the Abyss that does exist. I'm curious what Protofo is kind of doing down here. I think he's just like, he's just playing this vision angle, making sure WTF doesn't come this way. They have this kind of chonker gauntlet set up. This is like, Bebo loves this kind of positioning. He's really strong, especially with the Oath on his side at like holding space and trying to like, you know, bait people into some mega combo he's got lined up. Protofo, one of the best at it. See him kind of just lurking here, making sure they don't make a move this way. Maybe going to get some vision on the tire. Does see a couple members likely here. Nuke out for WTF. Oh, wanted to split the Jhin. I really like the idea, but the clone over the wall, easy out for Lods. One less nuke for WTF, but it gives them the space they need to push this land, which was really the objective. So W for now. Beautiful connect from Jay. Gonna find Lemur with the bungee. Jay does not miss with these bungees, man. And it's a huge amount of damage pressure with that Tetra Fireball and the Bishop Rock. It's going to push TLD to the south. Ban want to finish off these members. AJ, Abyssal Breaker, instant chilling finale from Lemur. Phenom wanting to back him up with this pop. The Bright Shield cancels the stun, though. Just mega value. Bungie splitting the fight here. It's going to make it so TLD has literally nowhere to go. Lods punch into Storm from the Protofo bat. But Jay connects a Bungie of his own. Pulls the Bebo back. Immense finds the Slam connect. This is WTF's game to win. Ban and TLD both super low health. Just 2 members left. TLD, AJ, and Phenom fighting for crown. Lemur is down. Whoever wins this 1v1, bro, is going to bring their team back. Can WTF get here in time to spoil the fun? Forced into Storm. WTF, TLD finds the res. They get the kill onto AJ, but it's an instant trade as Immense takes out 1 but gets traded back now in the 2v2, bro. WTF wanting to finish that. Lemur goes instantly for the res. They had the angle, that crown proc, beautiful from Phenom there. And the 1-for-1 immense trade, the emergency res from Lemur. What was looking like WTF's game might be turned around here as TLD refusing to die like they do. Wall pushing Jay off. Think they can get a pick here. Bungie. Oh, no. I did the Bungie pull the Celestial? Maybe a little too Bungie. Flow trying to force this final res in for the side of WTF. In the end, it's not going to be enough. TLD find a 4th victory out of 5 games. Insane comeback there off of the Phenom Crown proc. AJ also fighting out of his mind to try to get that to go their way. Well played from Band. Really well played from WTF. Like all the way. I mean, like even in the end there, it's like a one. I don't know. I see exactly. I think Immense got spiked. It was like a 1-for-1 trade where Immense and Lods go down. But I think like maybe if they, I don't know what they were doing, but if they move maybe literally like 1 or 2 seconds sooner and they can like clap both those guys before either of them have a chance at the crown proc. But so like literal just inches there at the end. Really well played by all sides. I thought that was going to be WTF's win. In the end, TLD sneak it out, finding a 4th victory. Actually crazy in a lobby like this. Yo, what's up, Kaya? Hey, Kirby, yo. We do have one more game, Kaya, loading in here. That was number 5. I hope you're doing well, though. Hope you're well, too, Kirby. TLD are insane, bro. Like, there's no way they should have won that game. No way. It's been a pretty hyped day, Kaya. They've been good games for sure. I finally remembered to put a score up. But yeah, we can see TLD kind of on the farm here. No BAP today. I don't know. I was saying earlier, this is literally, I think, the first Scrim block that I can remember being a part of where BAP is not here. They're like the most consistent team I've maybe ever seen on the Scrim sign-up. Part of why they're so good probably. Kind of adds up. Boom. Score updated. They have Felix. Of course they're gonna win. I don't know if it's that clear cut these days. It's literally like the only Felix on the map. He actually is the only Fox out here. It is the Phenom Fox though. A little scary. Miss casting with you? I miss casting with you too, Kaya. I hope we gotta get one in soon here. The next scrims that happen. I always have a really good time casting with you. All right, loading into game 6. Let's go, baby. North to south drop. Gold in Dawn Caps. We've got some really spicy fights for gold here. Looking like going to be a similar story as 3-4 squads dropping on the Dawn Caps. 1 to the left in shards, 2 to the left in shards. So half the lobby duking it out in the north. Hey, really nice position on the drop, but not on a camp. Good position for Chess. Not good position for XP. Ban trying to power farm this camp as a group of 3. They're going to snipe a gold armor out of a chest. Nice RNG. Hay gets 2. Hay gets 3. Maybe want to call this off, make their way out with the heist. No levels, but 3 golds. Actually, exactly what you kind of want here if you can find your way out and find some camps. As the other 3 teams continue to duke it out. Looks like crowd control connecting onto Sauce. The rest of GCF following up. Wubby on that Carbine. Very powerful at this stage in the game. Continuing to trade nice damage into these BDE health bars. I think Game Over playing to the right intentionally to try to give Stealth Ninja a little bit of space to live, but Pack does not want to let this Bishop get away. Seen a couple big plays from Pack, just destroying on this Zeth. Stealth Ninja finds the punch. Just literal level 2, last member left, no health. Has to get a miracle spike here, and is not going to be able to find their way out. BDE, who we've seen some really nice fights from, is going to go out very early here off of the coin flip in game 6. The price of the hot drop. Meanwhile, over in Imotech, ERM 10 and Pro, a single member from Pro. It's just Jetski here, actually. Taking a look at each other. Madly just trying to blast on the Jewel auto damage. Not going to be able to find the shift onto RTK for the stack. So they take out Berserker. Micah Munch finds the res. Madly trying to just sneak fire here. Give him a little bit of vision to play around. Health reset. 10 still in the middle. Jetski, I think, still lurking. Finally makes his way out as the rest of Pro down here on the kind of upper ion angle. SQB moving down from the north out of shards. It looks like they didn't get much out of the shards value. And this is a very new team too. Like, I love seeing these players kind of show up and try to compete in this kind of lobby, because these are some guys from Notaburger and Hestia. I think Asunders maybe too. All participated in the Moonlit Training Grounds. So definitely all scaling up very much as players, but coming up against the likes of 10, the likes of TLD, like these are insanely good players. Basically the cream of the crop, top of the game here in North America competitive Supervive. And even if you're, you know, kind of scaling up in skill, we see it in the kind of like their levels mostly. Very hard to keep tempo with a lobby of this caliber if you're not kind of used to playing at that tempo. ERM though, after Micah Munch gets the recovery, looking to really punish 10. I think that's 2. It's just going to be TN left. Micah Munch finds his way out of the back, forcing TN off. Might be an 11th place for TN here, or for 10 here, as TN just tries to survive. He finds the spike onto ERM, now has a 2v1. Working the schmoves on the Bishop, or on the Krista. Actually, it's not going to be enough. They find it. He gets one more kill through, leaves Madly as the last member left. But ERM find full squad wipe onto 10. 10 goes out at 11th after having a victory and some very solid placements over the course of the day. Definitely going to hurt their scoreline, especially if they were looking to contest TLD. Now trying to find their 5th victory of the day. Holy. WTF been having some really good fights as well. Little Cook out on the fire here for Phenom. Does have the level 8. Day 1 still. Squaw to the south, WF to the north. Goroy, another member of Moonlight Training Grounds who's been scaling, making everyone want to play the Saros. Now Saros meta off the back of Goroy just blasting with it in MB, because it inspired Pine to play it, and then Pine played it. Everyone's like, dude, this Hunter's OP. And now everyone's playing the Saros. One of these hunters that did get advantage off of the way these patches have played out with other hunters getting weaker. GCF find another pick, having a really good game actually. As Pact got that squad wipe earlier. We see Squaw and WTF duking it out here. Chris v Saros over the abyss. Nice deep feathering from Goroy, trying to find that orb proc. Trying to fight off TLD at the same time though. We see Goroy fight. This is why. This is why Goroy has inspired the masses to play this hunter. Refusing to die, pinched between 2 squads, finds the spike on the way out. Let's freaking go. Squaw!
Abyssal hatchlings have spawned.
He's busted. The 2 screen snipe over Abyss. It's fair, guys. Meanwhile, ERM looking at Hoy here. Trying to find the dunk. Goroy finds another one. So Violencing continuing to the south as they get the res re-enter here. No on the bush play around this hatchling. A little bit of level disadvantage, but we see Jin yeeting their way in. Looking for a combo. Wide on the R&B. Fusillade traded out defensively for the side of Squaw here. Looks like they are going to be able to secure that. Goroy finds the double portal kidnap, shifts one of them, just destroying on this hunter, bro. Gonna find a second here, very likely. Actually, really nice connection for Friggin there. It's not gonna matter though. Goroy finds 2 more R&Bs. A 3rd kill for Goroy in the last like 1 minute. Now has to shift out, but we see into the tree, doesn't get the shift reset. Finally gonna be able to be punished here by the full force of TLD, but Goroy and Squaw kind of going off here in game 6. Dylan, last member left with the fat cat. Trying to make their way out. Meanwhile, Micah Munch doing what he does best. Finding that clutch res. ERM has been so scrappy. It's been so fun to watch these guys. They literally just refuse to die. Like, it's so hard to kill ERM. Micah Munch wanting to ruin Dylan's dreams of finding a train res of their own. TLD spoiling it again. He somehow lives on the train. Whoa! Phenom with the flight of the Firefox catches the train. I legit didn't know that was fast enough to do that. He does. Finds the final kill. Onto our 3rd squad eliminated here in game 6. Pretty early on. A lot of coin flipping happening up to the north off of that gold drop. Leaving us with 9 left in play. Madly flying through the rings here. Has Pro trying to run him down. Jet ski. Looking for the angle. Shift burn for Madly. Full heat for Jet ski. Fusillade burn. Madly up in the ult. Doesn't have any kind of land to return to though. Trying to just opt out of the top. Micah Munch follows up. Micah Munch trying to shift in and grab the Wisp mid-air. Connects the root onto Hoyt at the same time. I think just falls there. Very rare occurrence from Micah Munch. Usually just so kind of like dialed with the movement.
Meteor Beast has landed.
Nice warp though from Berserker. Trying to keep ERM in it still. Really nice space, but multiple squads to the left. TLD continue to fight to the south. They're going to find No this time, who we saw earlier trying to play the bush around the hatchling. And it's going to put them at level disadvantage. Level 9s versus 7 coming into night 2 here. Radaneth, last member left on the Jhin. A little bit of too much time wasted on the run, though, as he tries to snipe that creep camp. TLD really want to finish this off. We did see another squad get wiped somewhere else on the map. Violence continues to the north. As Hay looking like very much on the back foot. Areg, Literal One, gets taken out by Protophobe. Ban collecting some nice kills as well. Krillo wants to answer back. Wide on the mid-air route. Protophobe gets the ice out just in time, and they are fighting over our Meteor Beast here. Misfit comes into trade, but instantly punished by Protophobe and Glass. Going to leave just Krillo left on the bunny, looking to snipe some loot on the way out. But it looks like Band going to kind of secure dominance over the Beast. They go for the box res and hold on to the Soul Stealer for the Glass Carbine. Going to be looking very strong here. WTF find the last member of No as well. So Radaneth did get out on the Jhin, but doesn't matter for too long as WTF finds him on the other side of the wall. Taking him down, and with that, we are down to 7. Very quickly down to 7. Very big circle. Everyone opting into the chaos here. Not playing for space, but playing for kills. Beautiful Q2 from Lods. Finds the dunk onto GCF. Wubby goes down as well. It's just packed left on the Zeph. GCF does have some kills through this game if they can find a res and some decent placement. Going to be a nice game for them, but not if they go out here. Looks like for some reason no one is around this middle of the map. Pack can get a free res and some ghosts on the way. Meanwhile, fight in Magebog. Beautiful punch from Hoy, finishing off Asunders on the Zeph. Jules trading ultimates here. Trying to play that shift angle. Notaburger forced out. Big damage from the Bishop, and Jetski connecting like crazy on those shift LMBs. Beautiful fight from Pro against SQB there. Is going to find the full squad wipe, take them out at 7th. Very hard. Like if you're like, we see them trying to kite north in the water. It didn't look like any of them had thermal suit or amphibian or anything. Really hard to, like, it makes it so much easier for Shiv to connect those shifts, the empowered shot. And if she connects those, she can shift, and the shift is not slower in water. And so if Shiv is just shifting on you and you're trying to run backward in water, it's very tough to do. Nice fight from Pro though. Gonna get some points on the board for them. Meanwhile, Hollow's teleportation soul down. We did see Meteor Beast get picked up for the side of Ban here. I forget which one we were looking at on that side.
An enemy oracle is scanning.
Hoy taken out as Pro getting pinched between 2 squads. GCF did find that res. A little bit of recovery here in Hollows. As we see, our teleportation soul is on phase 2. 2 crystals out, 1 taken out. Hey, pop the UAV bottom left. Get a bit of intel on where everyone else is at. We have Ban way to the north here. Just playing time and space. Pretty comfortable position with the Soul Stealer and the Meteor Beast they just picked up. Knows there's not much reason to overcommit here, so they're just going to hang out on the island while these other teams fight each other. Wait, Jay connects a bungee onto Areg while he's driving by on the Shark. Jay does not miss these bungees, bro. That's insane. I wish I would have panned there like a second sooner. We saw the very end of it. But he just yeets Areg off of the Shark. Areg tries to get back on, but not in time. And it's going to leave Hay down to 2 members here. Oh, we are into cross-country mode. Really rough shift for the side of Ban, especially with both these Soul Storms. Look at this path for them. Glass knows it. She's like, what is this? Ripping the scream emote. Another Soul Stealer in play though. Down here on, this is the TLD. This is Lod's Jin. And the Songbow on Lemur. Oh, jet ski, nice feather, dodges the dunk, but does go down in the end. So no crown dreams fulfilled for Pro. JO's still alive, so they still have a chance. TLD looking for a quick reset with this E-plat. GCF want to hold this Abyss angle. TLD not afraid though. No, they have a bit of armor advantage. Pretty even levels. Beautiful Celeste shift in, forcing every shift cooldown. As GCF make their way out, really heads up like Spidey sense from Pact there. Knows there could be people in this bush. I think didn't have any intel, but they were right. WTF is here looking for the Wombo combo. Pact trades it back. Beautiful second win. WTF health bars just getting deleted by this carbine. And actually Azarath trading really good on the myth as well. So what looked so good for WTF really kind of heads up Spidey sense coming into play for the side of GCF. It's just game experience knowing there could very much be a team there, but is it going to matter? Because TLD punishing on the third party. Azarath, last member left. Lods finds the Q2 connection, takes him out. So despite beautiful game from GCF, they are taking out a fifth. A lot of really good looks, really good picks for them. And it is going to let WTF outplace them here. As Immense, we're going to just ego this res in the face of Ban. We see Ban making this movement from where they were, top right. Immense is going to go down, going to leave Flow, last member left, or sorry, Jay, last member left. Has, wow, looking for the bungee into each other, stun into the ground for the crown proc. We saw the vision, not quite able to connect, but really kind of close there. Now every squad hunting for Jay, TLD, all three members on him. They are going to be able to finish him off there. So WTF out at third. Man, if that... And the E-plot was out too, but if that bungee into each other, into the queue, and they both just get grounded and fall, that would have been so epic. TLD just continuing the farm. They're going to find Misfit, another member. Oh, the Stasis Shard, but the timing is such that the Celestial comes out over the top. I was like, what is happening there? It's such a rare occurrence to see Stasis Shard. Phenom just trying to fight it out. No, though, it's Band looking for the third party, trying to punish these TLD cooldowns, but like TLD is just so strong. They fight so consistently. Lods finds a pick. Protofo, big moves with the Tonk Tonk, trying to finish multiple members, get the teammate out. He does get Glass's Wisp out, really trying to play the res, gets Glass back up, so saves the Soul Stealer, gets AJ back up. So Hero plays from Protofo, trades his life to bring his team back. In the end, though, Glass is going to go down. Phenom is going to grab that Soul Stealer and exotic perks for himself. Now Ban in tatters. AJ is one. Protofo, 30% health. Tonk Tonk finds his way out with a little bit of space. Phenom and Lemur both kind of see it on the hunt. Meanwhile, Lods continuing to look for picks on Hay, but no, they maybe want to just turn and finish off that Bebo, turn it into two squads left. Quick moment to take a look at builds here. Here's what Hay is rocking. They do have 2 golds on their side. Phenom lurking to the north here. Speaking of freaking gear, look at this, man. Soul Stealer, red armor. Everyone has an exotic on TLD. It's a Soul Stealer on the Jin as well. It's a Songbow on the Celeste. Protofo having a huge uphill battle here as he is just trying to live. Fighting off all 3 exotics. Now going to be in the middle of both teams. Nuke out, trying to just buy some space. Blair on trying to bat Phenom into Nuke. Oh, he gets it massive from Protofo. The 3000 IQ. What the heck, bro? No way he lives here. Lod's really wanting to finish the job, predicting where he's going to go. Tonk Tonk from Protofo continuing to live. The bat into the bomb, almost finding the pick and Lods. Oh my god, bro. Protofo almost does it to him. Putting TLD so much on the back foot as TLD commits for this kill, though. It might literally give Hay the win here. If they can finish off Lods. Just kidding, Lemur so heads up at the res. Playing Anchor, gets his way out. Lods lives, looking for a reset. TLD back to 3. Now we have 3v3 TLD versus Hay. Dude, Protofo was gaming there, man. The nuke kill in almost getting out, then almost killing Lods on the follow-up. So freaking close to popping off there. Holy... I mean, was popping off, so close to keeping him in it. Misfit now looking to pop off themselves, shifting forward, has the dagger back, chipping out Lemur's armor a little bit, has that reset, full gold himself. Lots looking to do the same. with a Jin combo entry. Has the clone out. Very similar to the Shiv Dagger. Phenom and Lods both looking for a quick rebuy. Want to restock armor, repair pots, nukes, everything they need for this next Starship, bro. It's just brutal. All the way to the right in Academy. Hey, have the early angle on it. A lot easier, I will say, to play these final circles, or I mean cross country specifically, with 2 squads instead of 3. Gets way messier when there's 3, way messier when there's 4. But a lot more room to kind of play around the shift when there's only 2. Lod's throwing the clone out, get some intel there. Knows exactly where they're at now. So they held on to 2 of their 3 exotics. They did lose 1 and is now in the hands of Misfit. Beautiful chilling finale here. Big zoning on the side of WTF. Fusillade pop from Misfit. Really wanted to trade back the damage. They have 2 members pinched. This is the fight Hayes looking for. If they can finish off Lemur here, he somehow gets himself up in the air, avoiding that damage. Beautiful pickup from Areg on the Wisp. They canceled though. TLD is just too strong, bro. Despite Hay finding an angle there, maybe getting a nice fight. TLD is unstoppable, finding 5 out of 6 victories in Friday night scrims. Let's go. Holy TLD, man. And it's just, you know, it's Lemur and Phenom. Lod's obviously cracked, but Lod's is just subbing. They're not even like a full, the full solid 3. Lod's is a great sub to have, though. If you had to pull in a third. He works, like, he seems like he's working really well with their comp, though. They're actually dominating today. GG's. Epic Games. I literally, it's like impossible for me to look at chat, Kaya, while I'm spectating, while I'm casting. I tried like once or twice, but I can't. There's just not enough time. I appreciate you hanging out, though. That was a nutty flank. Feel like I just watched a high-speed train hopping fight from a Western. Wait, was that when Phenom caught the train with his flight of the Firefox? That was crazy. Holy shit. What the freak? Michael Jordan toxic. Dude, you guys were that dude. TLD is just so strong, bro. I thought you guys had him right there at the end. You were popping off today, Misfit. You had some really nice looks, bro. I was really excited for you guys' team. I think you guys did well. I don't think you guys have played enough to have the synergy to match some of these other teams that have played together a lot. But I really like Areg, Krill, of Misfit. Like, those are some scary names together. I was like really hyped to see that on the signups. Hope to see you guys back. We just sub team. Frick. Wait, why Frick Krillo? Small corridor with Celeste Felix. Yeah, Lemur just huge chilling finale to split the fight there. Phenom is also just like so consistent on the Fox, man. He's been one of the best Felixes since as long as I can remember, and like it's just so hard to shut him down. It's just like such consistent like damage, anti-heal, shielding, and if you can't kill him, he's just so much like pressure. And then the bump, the boop, and the flame spread. It's just gonna be rough. Okay, I probably I gotta talk to my brother to see if we're kicking it, but I might be back for some games, but I'm gonna go ahead and raid out to someone so I can end the stream and get the VOD up for you guys to review. But yo, friggin' GG's. Really fun seeing you guys out there. I just saw that. But yeah, Kaya, 12th, Ilario, Kirby, Misfit, friggin', appreciate everyone hanging out. Super fun games. Always love the cast and support. Who's gaming still? Who should we raid? Let's see. Oh, that's me. Dude, let's raid Lemur back. I never get a chance to raid Lemur and they just fucking destroyed, bro. Well deserved of the raid, my goat. My goat was kind of popping off too. I feel like I want to raid like 4 people right now, but we're going with the goat. Why can't I find him? Falling. Ba ba ba. Oh, they're taking a look at scores. Let's see. Oh my god, bro. TLD 213, 98 kills. What the freak? That's domination. Holy. All right, guys. I appreciate everything out. Love you guys. Tell Libra what's up for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe later tonight. I might be back. I'll be around tomorrow for sure. GG's. Peace.